welcome. Oh, here we go. It's working. Everything's working. The stream is here. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday, everyone. Time for Odd Boys. My name is Nathan Barnett, former gravedigger from spooky old New England, and you're watching Odd Boys with my co-host, Tinfoil Tom, conspiracy theorist extraordinaire. Wait, did you even blow that? It sounded like it went peh, peh. I think your filter is not, it's silent. You muted your own horn. Oh, I blew it again. You were muted, but your horn wasn't working. Okay, wait. Oh, this is a glitch. You guys are in the future. You're experiencing the future again.
So you muted me. For the record, everybody, this is not a tinfoil.
I can hear you. The show's beginning. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's Saturday. Can't wait. We just did the same thing last night. Saturday edition. Welcome to Odd Boys. I'm Nathan Barnett, former gravedigger from spooky old New England, and this is my co-host, Tinfoil Tom. Hey, wake up. We got a show to do.
For the record, everybody, I wasn't muted. Nathan had me muted.
Yeah,
so,
that was my mistake.
Okay. So here we go. I said, it's the weekend, everybody. All aboard the Odd Boys train.
You can't You can't hear the whistle.
That sounds good.
No, you literally like hear it go.
It's going.
I think your filter. Are you using a compression filter?
Oh, it might be the Discord uses a filter.
Yeah, you have to put it on the middle setting, and it won't filter anything because you literally didn't hear the whistle at all.
I think that it probably sounded better that way then.
See, this is it. This is the button
we're getting blurps already?
Mall bitches.
No.
Brian, pay attention.
Nikki, you can stop the mall bitches, but don't stop the Odd Boys. We must go forever.
Standard or none is a good. So wait, how do you? Let's change that really quick.
I had this. I ran into this issue when I was on Walcow.
Oh, they were telling you were muted or whatever.
When I got really loud,
you were going through.
I would disappear. I'd be peaking in.
Oh,
Discord.
Noise suppression is crisp. So is crisp there like? So I should do standard or none?
Try standard for the whistle. We gotta hear that whistle.
Okay, I updated it standard. Okay, you guys in the chat, let's try that one more time. It's the weekend, all aboard the Odd Boys train.
Yeah, baby, we heard it.
Is that better? There you go.
You know, we need, anytime anyone does any donation, we need the whistle forever.
Oh,
I love that whistle.
I have all sorts of gimmicks. I also have a.
Oh, you know what? I actually have something too.
Oh, we got another donation. I think I should just use all of these things from now on. I should use slide whistles. I should use the.
I have a really. Oh, come on, Lerm. Cameraman's got too many buzzballs in his system. I have this like little dog whistle thing that is really annoying, and the dogs don't like it. Ready? Let's see.
I mean, torturing your dogs may not be the answer either.
Look at her.
This is the whole show now, everybody, by the way. This is the weekend. This is the weekend.
This is the weekend, Odd Boys, where we just blow whistles all day.
I mean, this is... Listen, Nathan, we had to wake up...
Whistle?
I can hear it. Look at all these blurps. Hey, listen, this is the weekend. Nathan and I are content creators who had to wake up at the crack of noon to do this show.
Yeah, we're busy.
So, yeah,
I was busy cleaning up dog diarrhea off the carpet again.
Ooh. This is why you should just get a cat.
I want no pets. I want 0 pets, but my fiance is like, no, I love the dogs. I think the dogs need to be retired.
Yeah, you're not a fan. Seth is a fan of having a dog, but you don't like having an animal in the house.
I
You
like
being,
having an animal. I don't like having to take care of it and then not being able to go on vacation because you got to pay $100 million to board the things.
Well, that's being part of a pet parent. You have to take care of them. You have to do all the things associated with having a pet. I've taken
care of Frankie for 15 years and I'm over it. That's why I no longer want one. Frankie's
that's why
about to pass on and go to the dog house in the great beyond. And then I meet Katie, and she's got
dogs.
2 dogs. One of them's only 3 years old. Brown sausage here is going to be around forever. Come here.
Yeah, you've got a while. But that's why I suggest. So the only reason that I suggest a cat, which is like Katie already has dogs, so it's too late now. But a cat is just more independent. Like a cat is like, you have the litter box. Like a cat, you can conceivably like go on a day trip and like you can leave food and water for the cat and the cat will be fine. The cat is a bit more independent than the dog. The dogs are much more reliant on like the human being around. Like they'll just go to the bathroom on the carpet.
Yeah.
Whereas a cat will use the litter box and then they'll clean up after themselves and they'll bury it. And then it's like, it's not even there.
Can you see my chunks?
Do you have orange juice?
Remember I said suck chunks? I'm sucking chunks yet again. There's chunks in this juice. I love sucking chunks.
We can thank Alba for that. Alba spent time in Asia, and she was big on all of those drinks that have like chunks in them.
I love them.
And she introduced the both of us to the drinks with the chunks in them because
H-Mart.
Yeah, Alba shops at Asian markets. Like I think because she lived in Asia for a while, so I think she has a lot of like Asian recipes and stuff like that. So she knows all about the chunky drinks and introduced both of us to them.
Yep, I love the aloe. I love the fruit chunks. It's great. And Hans, I sent a message to everyone about the drawings. I'm on a pause. I refunded people who sent me some cash to draw cartoons for them. So yeah, I don't know if you got that message or not, but I'm not doing the drawings just yet. I'll try to do the drawings in the future. It's something I'd like to do. If people want me to draw a cartoon of them or their pet, if you throw me some cash, I'll draw you a picture and then mail you a physical framed photo. But I had to take a pause because I'm just doing too many things with the Dad fundraiser. By the way, I gotta mention the Dad Indiegogo for the Dad movie is live. I made a video for it on my main YouTube channel yesterday. There'll be a dad video next week. Please go to the Indiegogo. If you got a couple bucks, donate. Please help me make this horror film. Dad horror movie is happening early in the new year, and I need to raise the rest of the funds. So my commercial, that's all I will say for myself today. Tom, what's going on in your life before we get into the paranormal?
Well, I should mention, after deep discussion with my financial advisors, which is nobody, it's just me, I talked to you. We decided together we are eliminating the $25 tier for Odd Boys. We felt like it was too much, and we only had a few people doing it. So we should mention that at the start of the show. We've only got 2 tiers now.
Yeah.
Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 is $6. Tier 2 is $10. If you sign up for Tier 1, you get access to the Discord, and you get access to the Odd Boys chat room. You can share stories with us. You can talk with like-minded paranormal investigators and paranormal investigation fans. And Tier 2, which is just $10 now, you can be a guest on the show for the call-ins. So during the call-in segments, instead of being 25, it's 10. We wanted to make it a little more accessible, but we want more people to sign up for that role. And unfortunately, I know that Ska was a $25 member. We only had a couple, and we decided to eliminate that and then just make it a $6 role and a $10 membership. So the $25 people should be refunded in the next few days.
Well,
there were only
$10 is still there.
Or $25 people.
$25, yeah. Ska and the others will get their refunds. For 5 people were $25 members, and they'll get refunds.
Sai, yes. So Occultor, thank you very much, Sai.
Tom, blow that whistle. $10. Blow that whistle.
Oh.
Thank you, Sai.
Thank you, Sai. So Occultorium, you and Ska and I think Eshin will get a refund by YouTube in the next few days. So no pressure.
Yeah, YouTube. But if you get a message, it should happen soon.
Yep,
I just canceled it.
you should get a message from YouTube. So now, if you would like to call into the show on Friday nights, we now have a tier. It's the tier 2 roll, which is $10. So it's a little bit more accessible. We want more people to be able to call in.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being 25, it's now 10. So we gave you a $15 discount. So
max
anybody
tier is 10 on the whole channel, which isn't bad. And the first Odd Boys is the same price as a Twitch subscription. Nick. Thank you, Nick.
Oh wait, I have to do the whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, DJ Nikki, for the $10. Oh my God, this is crazy. That's two $10 donations.
Thank you. We might make $1 million today.
Weird how that. Yeah, Nick. Why? That's weird. Why don't the memberships work for you? I am curious why they. I'm curious why you're able to
become a member.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I saw him say that on Discord. Yeah, I mean, that's weird. Hopefully, you can figure it out. I would say if you have any settings that maybe.
Well, Nikki has hacker equipment, so maybe he has his information blocked from Google and it won't let him do it or something.
Nick, I'm not a conspiracy theorist here. You know what I mean?
You are literally hosting a conspiracy theorist show.
Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist here, but YouTube, Google would never use your information in a weird way. I'm sure you'll be perfectly fine and acceptable. Oh yeah, you're out. Yeah, you've got all sorts of you've got all sorts of stuff going on. You've got all sorts of ad blocking equipment on.
I'm trying to do a dramatic zoom on you.
Just on the alien poster ad.
I was trying to do it on you, but hang on, let me try something here.
Oh. YouTube would never use your information in a nefarious way. You'll be fine, DJ Nikki. Don't worry about it. Does that do it? It's perfectly fine. But anyway, that's the big announcement about the thing. Anybody who was a $25 member, you should get a refund from Google in the next few days. And we have lowered that tier to $10 so that more people can join it. So if you had the tier 3, the $25 member, consider becoming a $10 member because now you're getting a discount and you can still call into the show.
Please become members. This is how we will keep the show going. It's the same price as a Twitch subscription for tier 1 Odd Boys, or if you just want to support me and not support Tom, become a $2 member of my Nathan channel. But I would love for you to become an Odd Boys member and then join the Discord. Also, any tier, if you're becoming a $2 member of the Nathan channel here, the not Odd Boys tier, you can also get in the members Discord. But Odd Boys get on the show, tier 1 and tier 2. So yeah, there we go. Announcement. Thank you for listening. Now, today's episode, as you see in the title, is all about the infamous Area 51 caller. And I don't know about this. I think I've maybe heard about this. So Tom,
how do you not know about any of these things when you go, I love Art Bell. Art Bell's the greatest show I've ever. How do you not know about anything that we ever talk about? How do you call yourself a conspiracy mystery man? You never know anything. You're always every time I mention you go, oh yeah, I've heard about that. And then I start talking about it, you go, I've never really heard about this. It's every story we've ever done.
Whenever you're mean to me, I'm calling foul play. And you're getting a foul.
What if I
That's the party whistle. This is the foul play whistle. This is the coach's whistle, as you can see. That's the party train, and this is one of the coach whistles.
I have one last.
Like in sports.
I have one last party trick too. If anybody does a red dono, by the way, we still have the red dono. If we do get it, I have to spin the wheel of Tom Doom, and I might have to shave off my eyebrows or eat hot sauce or do a pickle. If anybody does that, I'm going to play my cowbell.
Why do you have a whole band over there?
Because people like gimmicks. If I play this, people will do red donos. This is the siren song of financial freedom. Everybody,
you'll be as rich as Will Ferrell.
Do the red donos. Look at, if I play this, it's gonna be a tsunami.
You know what that is?
That's red donos and riches.
That's a stock market bell. The cash is about to flow.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's a tsunami of riches and diamonds and rubies and emeralds. We're about to come in. That is a cowbell. That is a cowbell right there. Well, anyway, we're going to talk about the... So what do you know about the Area 51 caller?
I know it was between Art Bell and the mysterious person, and they said they worked there at Area 51, and they called into Coast to Coast Radio, a famous radio show that we're obsessed with. I know that.
Yes.
That's all I know. I don't know what they said or what they talked about. If you give me... I'm going to go to the doc, and I can pull up some visuals as you walk us through this.
So, if you want to pull up some visuals, then we'll actually listen to the call. This is the big story for this evening. So, essentially, on the night of September... So, it actually just happened around this time of year in 1997. On the night of September 11th, 1997, Coast to Coast was proceeding as usual, and host Art Bell opened up his phone lines to callers. So, if anybody doesn't know what Coast to Coast is, Coast to Coast... very famous talk show. Art Bell was the original host. It's now hosted by another person named George Norrie. But Art Bell started Coast to Coast AM, and it talked about all manner of paranormal, UFOs, ghosts, aliens, everything. It was called Coast to Coast AM. It had 11 million listeners, I think, at its peak. It was super popular. You can find clips of it on YouTube and all that stuff. Still going on to this day with a different host. There is my video right there. There is my video. Everybody, please check out my channel, by the way. I have an entire video on this subject. But Art Bell would do a thing on his show where he would open up phone lines to callers at a certain point. And everything seemed fine. It was proceeding as normal, the show, until a clearly terrified and distressed man called in. And he went on this frantic rant saying that he was a former employee of the Area 51 military base. And he had escaped for whatever reason, and he was being pursued by authorities. And the man basically went into this frantic phone call, terrifying phone call, claiming that visitors from another world were not what they claimed to be, and they were here to, rain all sorts of destruction upon us, but they weren't what they claimed to be. Strangely, during this is what I think is the weirdest thing about this entire call.
Whoa!
Is that
where were you hiding? How did you get out there?
This is my video, by the way. Oh, is my camera frozen?
No. Oh yeah. Hang on. Sorry.
My technical difficulties.
Hey, we got a couple more members. We'll be operating from a major studio. I would like to get a studio actually and do this show from there.
You got to. Well, then you got to move back. You gotta move back to upper west of the Rockies.
Not against it. If this show became super popular and supported, this would become my main job, and I'd have to move to keep it going. So
this
keep the likes coming. Everyone like the stream. It does help, and please donate and become members if you can. We do this 3 days a week: Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. This is the looser show. Saturdays is the wild show. Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us, Tom. Didn't mean to interrupt. I just saw you hiding in this desert over here, and I couldn't believe you made it to Area 51.
Here, I'll post my video. I will say this. This is a shameless self-plug. I have a video on this subject. I put a lot of work into it. I think it's one of my better videos, and it's an entire short documentary about the subject. I posted it in the chat. Check it out. Leave a like. Leave a comment. It helps me out as well. This is my video that Nathan is showing. And I was hiding, I was hiding deep in the Nevada desert, trying to unearth the truth as you do. Essentially, this caller called in, frantic broadcast. Art Bell was baffled by this caller. And I think the strangest thing about this call, which actually did happen, and I discussed this in the video, and
we're gonna listen to it at some point, right, on this show today.
I think after this, we should listen to the call because it's a great piece of radio history. The entire broadcast goes down for 30 minutes. So wow. even if this caller was a hoax, which I do believe that it could have probably been a hoax, and I talk about that in my video. Somebody somewhere was listening and took it never happened to Art Bell ever in the history of his show. The entire show went off the air for 30 minutes. And then Art Bell comes back on air 30 minutes later saying something to that effect, saying, "This has never happened in the history of my being on the radio."
Wow.
The entire station went down. So I think that somebody somewhere was listening, thought that somebody was leaking real classified information and then took out the show for 30 minutes.
Shut up.
It actually did happen. The entire studio went off the air. So somebody in some, let's just say, alphabet soup agency was listening, and they heard somebody going, I'm an employee of this base. There's something happening here. And then studio goes off, everything goes offline for 30 minutes. And then Art Bell eventually comes back on.
What does he say?
He says, I'm paraphrasing, but he says it in the clip that I shared, I believe. He says something to the effect of, never in the history of me being on the radio for 20 years has this ever happened to me.
That's incredible. I need to hear this now.
I think that's, so basically that's the nuts and bolts of this, everybody. Somebody called in claiming to be an employee of the Area 51 base, frantic, on the run, being pursued by authorities, calling into Art Bell's Coast to Coast radio program, and then the entire network went off the air for 30 minutes during this call.
Is it like a new take on War of the Worlds in a way, maybe?
So we can get into it after. So I did link a follow-up call with the supposed caller, and I think let's just listen to the first call, and then we'll talk about theories after.
Can I hear the call in your video?
I put a link in the doc.
Okay. He calls back. There's that.
Go to the one right above that. It just says the infamous Area 51 caller.
Okay,
play that. That's the audio with somebody just uploaded the audio with like
Tom?
visual. Yes, that's the call.
Okay.
This is the original call. But I think we should just listen to it.
Here we go, everyone.
I want to hear your impressions of this as well.
This is thanks to the YouTube channel. That's on YouTube for
That's on YouTube.
Loading the call. Here we go. This is
also
call.
Hello, Sparky Sin. We did talk about the missile that bounced off the UFO. Sparky Sin, I love your guitar setup. Your stuff is wild.
Sparky Sin,
very cool.
Good
very
musical
cool.
legend. Amazing streams.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
Yes, we did talk about the missile hitting the UFO in one of the last episodes. I think if you go to the playlist on my channel for these Odd Boys episodes, I think it's in the title. Here we go. The infamous Area 51 caller. I don't know what this is about, and I'm very intrigued.
West, I bid you all good evening or good morning, as the case may be, across all these many, many prolific time zones. From the
Giorgio
Hawaiian
Moroder.
and Tahitian Island chains in the west,
Music.
eastward, across flyover country to the Virgin Islands, U.S.
He did the music for Midnight Run, too,
where
I think.
Montserrat
He did a song on
continues
there.
to smoke and choke
did
into
he?
South America,
I
north
think so,
to
yeah.
the pole. This
Wait,
is
who did
Coast
this?
to Coast
Art
AM.
Bell?
The largest
This music
live
is from
overnight
it's from an Italian electro disco man.
Oh, he uses it as his theme song? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gates, thank you for the $2 membership.
Thank you.
Or $2 super chat, I should say. Thank you very much. Do a backflip.
222 is the backflip amount. But thank you for the $2. I have raised the price because I did way too many backflips the past month.
Nathan is old, and he's
I'm not old. I'm freaking young and fresh.
Daragon says, "Are we going to hear
Dragon Buddy?" I mean,
So,
Duke.
So what we're going to do, we're going to listen to the first call, and then there is a follow-up call with the supposed caller. We're going to listen to those two calls, and then we're going to discuss.
If we ever did like an overtime day where we could listen to like the whole coast to coast, we could do something like that where we listen to like a whole episode and break things down. But that's gonna be like hours. We try to keep these streams to about 2 hours so they're digestible later.
I think what we should do is we should do an episode where we just send Nathan to the desert, and it's like it's like the Lo-Fi Girl. It's just Nathan sitting in the desert listening to Coast to Coast.
Yeah. Also, maidenless. I am not old. 44 is not old. You are not old. That is young. You're just 22 for the second time. That's all.
Oh.
Gotta think about it like that. I'm still backflipping. I will do a backflip. Don't make me do a backflip, people. If we get one red dono, I might have to do a backflip.
I also have to do a spin, and I might have to shave off my eyebrows.
She told me no more backflips. She goes, you can't do backflips. She goes, you need to father my children.
But also, if we get a red dono, you have to buy Katie a sewing machine.
I do have to buy her a sewing machine.
So
I will say, the last time I did a backflip, Katie was here, and she was on camera, and I was behind her, and I did a backflip, and we were going to Joshua Tree the next morning, and I smashed my toe into a chair. And it was off camera. No one saw it, and I played it off like no one even knew. But you did hear the smash. My toe was like black and blue and couldn't move. I was like limping through the desert the whole weekend. That was what was the last holiday? Memorial Day or something? Labor Day?
Labor Day?
Yeah.
Was that the September?
Well, that Friday was the last backflip I did. And I'll do another one now that I'm healed. Red Dono. I'll do it. Anyway, continuing on. Here's the mysterious caller.
Talk radio program in a night. Repeat.
Yeah, I think just get to the caller. Basically, this is Art Bell. So he's doing his bit.
Well, look, let's begin by
this is the caller now. All right, let's listen.
Finding out whether you're using this line properly. Here, hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and
If he's running from people, why is he calling in?
Because he has to call Art Bell to expose the powers that be to the light of truth.
Huh. It's a little bit like risky, I would think.
No. Art Bell broadcasting to 11 million people is the most trustworthy thing you can do.
Opposite of what you want to do. All right, here we go.
It's a cool call,
I'll triangulate
regardless.
on
It's fun.
this
It's
position
fun.
really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens, Art, they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they can be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, I'm sorry, the government knows
Spit it out,
about
man.
them. And there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharged.
This is the weird part, is that the radio station went offline.
I started getting...
Yeah, this has never happened in 20 years of radio. This, I think, is the weirdest thing about it, and that it can't be explained, is that the radio station goes offline.
Okay, wait, so I'm gonna keep playing because it's almost over, and it seems like it cuts out and then ends according to the text on screen. So this is it.
Well, then I think Art comes back, and I think they give you the audio of him coming back and being like, "What just happened?"
Okay, hang on. Let's hear it. So it's cutting out. You can hear his voice faintly saying hello.
Well, this was certainly
Yeah,
interesting. We are now on a backup system, everybody. A backup system. And
this is 30 minutes later.
That I had on the air.
So what's a backup system? Like a generator, he means? Power?
Backup satellite. However he was broadcasting, he switched to like a backup network or whatever.
Like Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet?
Well, they're using like whatever backup means they have to like broadcast across the country, but he comes back and he's just like, I don't know what happened. This has never he's like, I've been a professional broadcaster for 2 decades. My station went off the air. I don't know what happened.
Wow. All right, let's hear what he says. Also, can we hit 69 likes? We're getting close.
I guess we were about in the middle of his transmission, his telephone call, which was one of the strangest ones I've ever had. And the entire transmitting system by satellite went down here, and we were notified we were off the air. And it would appear to be from this end and some sort of massive transmit failure. So we are now using a backup system to be on the air.
What does that mean? What's a backup system?
Not that I would...
Sounds kind of like vague.
I mean, I assume that they switched. I'm not a radio broadcaster, but I assume that they like switched satellites or switched like.
DJ Nicky, what does he mean? And what could he be doing? DJ Nicky must know.
But I do think it sounds like somebody somewhere. This is my theory on this so far, is that I do think that somebody somewhere in some organization, I think potentially thought that somebody was actually like leaking secrets or something on air and then just flipped the switch and killed the satellite.
Yeah, like a government official.
I think that somebody heard it. Even if this was a hoax, I think that somebody was like, is somebody leaking something? And then like flip the switch.
That means
but
they
yeah,
were
continue.
actively listening to Art Bell, the government people, like keep an ear to what he's doing.
But I think the thing to consider is that Art Bell was enormously popular at this time. And I do think that people with actual information would call in every once in a while. So I do think that somebody somewhere, their job probably was listening to Art Bell and being like, if he says something that's like too close, can you just like shut this off?
Hot Sauce says, did you explain how it was a prank, but the power shutting down was not?
Maidenless says, are we going to discuss the Fade to Black episode? Yes, we're going to talk about... I talk about that in my video, Maidenless. I think what Maidenless is describing is that supposedly, if we are to believe it, and we'll hear that in the follow-up call, the real call... Fade to Black is like a UFO radio show. Supposedly that real caller then years later called in. It was like, it was me. I'm the Area 51 caller. But we'll talk about that in a moment.
Hot Sauce.
I guess
that's what I thought. I was like, does he mean power? They shut the power off to the system, to the station, and that when he says backup system, they mean like a generator, or does he mean broadcasting technology? We're like, okay, we now in the 90s or whenever this is what 90s, we use digital broadcasting, so maybe they went back to the analog broadcasting system that they used to use?
This is 1997, DJ Nicky. Art Bell still had power, but like radio went to a satellite. Like Art Bell was transmitting to a satellite, and then that was being
satellite. He's using antennas instead. Is that what we're
I think the backup system is probably another satellite. But this is like terrestrial radio. It's like this is 1997. It wasn't like internet. Art Bell was an early adopter of the internet. Like he did have a website, and like he did broadcast to the internet pretty early on. But this was still like he's in a radio station. They're broadcasting to a satellite. That satellite's beaming down the signal. 11 million listeners are getting that across the country on various radio stations. Yeah. I think that Art Bell's backup system is they switched to a backup. They had to scramble. They probably had to get in contact with
frequency or something.
Yeah, they had to get onto a backup frequency. But yeah, let's finish the rest of this phone call, and then we'll go.
Normally believe this kind of thing, mind you, but I can't help but wonder if somebody zapped us in some way. We'll find out.
So that was it. So that was the first call, and so somebody somewhere, I don't know if there's any more.
East of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah. Oh no, there is more.
Bell? Yes.
Is this like a connected, or is this something else?
Yeah, let's listen to this. I mean, this whole thing is like this call, I think.
Oh, they made like a little animation for the story.
Oh, it's just like a thing.
East of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Bell?
Yes.
What just happened there with the transmission?
Oh, well, what happened is the transmitter here blew its cookies in some way. Something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now. And how far into the conversation was it when it went off?
Just a couple, about 15, 20 seconds, I'd say.
Oh, you guys missed. You really missed a call then. And
okay, so this is just
not 15, 20 seconds. It was like 4 minutes.
No, it was like I think it was like maybe a minute.
But call?
Yeah, it was like maybe a minute
We heard
worth
him
of that
panicking
conversation.
for like 4 minutes.
No, it was like a minute. It was pretty short. I think
60
that
seconds worth of substance, but he was going most of the time.
So I do think that something happened to their broadcast. This had never happened to Art Bell before. I do think that somebody potentially, yeah, Nick is saying focus jamming equipment would have been very much, yeah, I think that somebody jammed their signal. I think that somebody somewhere in a government agency thought that there might actually be some substance to whatever this caller was saying.
And what he was saying was that aliens are running everything and they're corralling us into certain areas and trying to control us.
Yeah, that's.
And so the government was like, "Hey, he's telling on us. Don't let him know what the aliens are what we're doing with the aliens."
But I do think it's not beyond the realm of reason to think that, like, let's say that, like, this was a hoax. Mm-hmm. I think as a preventative measure, it's not that hard to believe that somebody somewhere just decided to jam the signal.
Yeah, I get. I mean, I don't doubt that. I'm trying to figure out if the guy was acting or not. Is what I'm very interested in.
That's what the follow-up call is. Supposedly, this follow-up call is the caller calling back to describe his experience to Art Bell. And I talk about this in my video as well. I do believe that I know the identity, and
really?
So this is a side tangent, and that's what Maidenless was talking about, the Fade to Black episode. Years later, this person called into the Fade to Black UFO radio show, and they've since done podcasts and things like that, talking about their experience on the show. And I talk about this in my video as well. My problem with how this information is distributed now, this is a super famous Art Bell moment. And if you watch videos on YouTube and on like TikTok or whatever where they talk about this, they always conveniently leave out the part where we're pretty sure that the caller was a particular individual who admitted that it was a hoax. But somebody did knock us off the air, but I called in and it was a hoax. They always conveniently leave that part out and they just go, Art Bell's radio show was knocked off the air. But then they leave out all the rest of it where like a caller called back in and like all that type of thing. But I think you should play that second video where the caller calls back in, because I do believe that this is legitimate and that this is the caller calling back in about a year later to be like, hey, I was the Area 51 caller.
Yeah. Okay. Let me open it up. Bruno, thank you for watching for so long. Bruno, did you see one of your comments from 14 years ago get hearted today? Because I hearted a bunch of 14 and 15-year-old comments. Oh, I'm going to make a note here. 42 minutes. I'm going to make the chapter marker. I don't know if you all saw, but the Virtual Boy is back. This is something wanted to mention real quick. The Virtual Boy is back. Nintendo has made a new Virtual Boy that you can put your Switch in. It was in the Nintendo Direct yesterday, and I found out because my Keith Apicary Virtual Boy music video, which is on my Nathan channel, please watch my search Virtual Boy on my channel, it's getting some views. I had all these new comments. I was like, why are people commenting on the Virtual Boy video? They're like, it's back. And I was like, what? And I looked it up, and apparently they made an actual Virtual Boy you can put your Switch 1 or 2 in, and you can play Virtual Boy games with like the Nintendo Classic games. You can now, Virtual Boy is now on there, and they made a device that makes it feel like you're playing Virtual Boy. So I think I might get one, and it will give me a use for using my Nintendo Switch. I don't use that thing anymore. So yeah, nice. Virtual Boy is back. And watch the Keith Apicary. I updated my thumbnail. I realized I didn't have a good thumbnail for that, and I didn't even have like a pinned top comment. I didn't have like. I looked at the hashtags for that Keith video. There was 6 hashtags in the description of my video.
Oh, this is my
15-year-old video.
This is unrelated, but now that now Nathan and I split all the revenue on this channel. I'm a manager on Nathan's channel. I saw that your Obama dance video has gone viral again. You've got 1 billion comments. If you look at your video,
really?
You've got 1 billion comments recently. I think that somebody somewhere shared your Obama dance video.
Oh.
Because you've got 1 billion new comments on it.
I should feature that on my front page or something. I don't think I make any money off of it because I don't own the song in it. They get most of the money. So.
Well, not literally, hot slot. That's a figure of speech, not literally 1 billion comments.
That is one of my most commented on videos. I'm often hearting comments on that video. People will go there and say, I miss these days. This was back when the world was good. I get a lot of those on that.
Yeah, 1 billion comments is a figure. I'll retract my statement and say he has a lot of comments, so that I'm not being taken literally. There's not an entire a billion isn't that much. I mean, for a video, that's like impossible to get that many comments. That's the most you'd have to have the most popular video of all time in the history of the internet to get a billion comments on a video. That would become that would be the most popular video ever.
Yeah, if you had a billion comments, you'd have multiple billion views.
Right, that would be every single person on Earth has seen the video and has decided to leave, or not every person on Earth, but a good percentage of the Earth's population has decided to leave a comment on a video because it's the most miraculous video that's ever been featured on YouTube by the history of mankind.
Well, Virtual Boy's back, and I'm gonna get one of those things, and I'll use it on for my Switch. Go watch the Keith Abacari Virtual Boy music video. I finally made an actual thumbnail for it. It's really crappy. It's sloppy and thrown together. But at least it's better than what was there. There was a horrible moment in the video because this was before you could select thumbnails. Anyway, I wanted to mention that. Okay, now I'm going to go
back in the day. So anyway, yeah, let's.
Which one is this? Is the calls back?
This is the caller calls back in, and I will say again, this part I've noticed is always conveniently left out of the conversation. Whenever people talk about this video, it's always like YouTubers just reacting to the phone call itself and then going, wow, that's creepy. But then they don't like dig any further and like try to like figure out what was going on or talk about how strange it is that the entire radio station went off the air, which it actually did.
Wow. Fascinating. Here we go. Let's see what this guy says this time. Also, hopefully our audio is good. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I think my mic doesn't sound amazing, but I think it's better than the other one I used to wear.
It sounds better, I think. Yeah.
Whoa. What an intro.
Okay, this just talks about how the person's
called in. Yep.
He describes the comments. So this is April of 1998. So this is
a year later.
9 months later?
Yeah, close to a year.
Something like that.
You be
as always. Yeah, you decide. You be the judge. I love it when people say like
the East of the Rockies, you're on the air.
Hi, Art. This is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hello. You didn't disconnect.
Do you hear that big Tesla coil in the background?
Hell yeah.
There's like a bug zapper going off next to this guy.
Me before.
As there should be.
Inside a microwave.
It's calling from inside CERN.
Were you on earlier tonight?
No, not, towards the end of the last hour, you said, East of the Rockies, you're on the air, and your voice was immediately replaced by the operator saying, your party has not connected.
Oh, well, see, as you can now tell, I don't screen calls.
Art's doing his thing.
What happened, obviously, was that I answered the phone just at the very instant that you had been ringing as long as they were going to let you ring.
Yeah.
And so that occurs, obviously, sometimes I go to a line and it's dead and nobody's there, and that's what's happened. You know, we're on the cusp there. Anyway, I'm glad you made it back through.
Yeah, you got all my paranoia buttons running. I always get very nervous when I call you. I'm Brian. I hung up on you last week.
Oh, I see.
And I just figured, damn the torpedoes. I'll just do this and let the chips fall where they will.
All right.
Everybody, I am the Area 51 caller.
Oh, damn!
That's my statement. And
so anyone could have called in and said this, right?
I've listened to and people have left me tons of comments on my video saying, and it's the internet. If you make a video, you open yourself up to these comments. But I have a ton of comments on my video saying, I've listened to the video. This man doesn't sound the same as the other caller. It's I've listened to the audio side by side. This guy does sound like the Area 51 caller. So, in my opinion, and he goes on to say, it's the same guy. It's the same guy.
It doesn't sound so different. It sounds like him, I think.
But also, like, if you were like,
your
if you were
voice
like,
would be different when you're hyperventilating. Yeah.
Right, this guy worked himself up, but let's listen to the rest of it. I do think but I have so many comments from like I think that they're like people being like, no, this has to be real. You're wrong. This absolutely has to be real. And I'm like, I want it to be real too, but I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
Yeah. And thank you to Finding UFO for uploading this.
You or whatever, tear it apart.
You claim you're the Area 51?
I am the man.
how do you account for the fact, Area 51 caller,
Okay.
that part of the way through your spiel...
Also, why was he panicking? Why is he like physically running from someone at the moment? Like, why was he so freaked out? Because he just realized this was happening, and he's like, "I gotta call someone. I'll call my friend Art."
No, he. I've listened to this call. He explains why he did what he did. He's basically, I mean, essentially, like
Yeah,
you'll
jumping the gun here.
Yeah, you
as usual. Okay, here we go.
The satellite went down.
I have no idea, and it scared the heebie-jeebies out of me that night. I've called a number of times on your specialty line nights doing different, kind of wacky characters, and that's all that one was supposed to be. And if the call had been completed, it would have been ancient history by now.
Has it occurred to you, as Barbara Marx Hubbard suggested to me,
I always think about this part,
that perhaps, if you're really what you say you are, you created the reality of the rest of the situation and took down my satellite?
That scares the heebie-jeebies out of me because it means that what I was saying was somehow correct, and it was fabrication kind of...
Creating a reality.
Yeah, if that was the case, I humbly apologize to you because I love your show, and the last thing I would ever want to do is
knock me off the air.
So basically, that's the whole thing, and I do.
This guy freaking out. What he's saying is, I may have alerted government officials and caused them to shut you down.
and he's basically just saying, I was just doing a bit. I was like just messing around, which I do think he was.
Oh, so he's saying he was doing a bit, but are we supposed to think, oh, they're telling him to say that?
No. So years later, and this is what people in the chat were talking about.
So
this
the real
was
scare is the fact that the government was listening and they did that to him. That's what we're supposed to take from
right.
this.
And this was what was revealed later on the Fade to Black UFO podcast. The person did identify themselves on this podcast, and his name is Brian J.L. Glass. And Brian J.L. Glass, who we should also reach out to him to see if he'll be on the show, because he is a pretty well-known comic book artist. He wrote The Mice Templar. He's written for Marvel. He's a really well-known comic book artist, and he liked Art Bell, and like him and his friends liked Art Bell. And this call, if we're to believe Brian Glass, it was just him and his friends listening to Art Bell being like, I'm going to call in. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call in. Yeah. And he called into the show. But this guy turned out to be later in life, he became we've got a Nathan Nation.
Thank you, palm trees.
Thank you, palm trees.
The hoax and nefarious interdimensional beings targeting us. I don't want to believe. I want to believe. Thank you, palm trees. Thank you for being Nathan Nation Tier 3.
Oh,
for 2 years.
Hot Sauce says he does do the little bit to prove it's him. Yeah, so I guess we could skip through this a little bit. But basically, this person later on revealed themselves to be Brian J.L. Glass, who's a very well-known comic book artist. Mice Templar has won tons of awards. I think he wrote Thor for Marvel for a while. He's pretty well known.
Okay,
he's pretty well known.
If
you just type in Brian J.L. Glass comic book, you could probably find a picture of him.
It was in the wrong search. Here we go.
There he is. So supposedly, if we are to believe Brian, and he does say his name is Brian on this call, so I do think it's him. Supposedly, this is, or allegedly, if we are to believe Brian, this is the Area 51 caller. And he has since, if you listen to him on various podcasts, he'll do the thing. If you ask him, you're like, can you do the thing? And he goes, they're not who they believe me to be. Like he'll do the bit to like prove that it's him. And it does sound like him. And I want this to be real so badly. I want all of these things to be real, but I do believe that this was Brian, and I do believe that he was doing a bit, but I do think it is strange that they were knocked off the air. So I think that's the alarming thing, is that somebody knocked the show off the air that night. But I do think in the end, it was just Brian J.L. Glass doing a bit.
Okay. So
but this is the guy.
Famous comic book artist.
Yeah, Gates 9 says, oh yeah, that looks like a fella that enjoys a prank. I think so too. If you listen to, I do think if you listen to a little bit more of that call from Art, I think he does do the little bit there. So if you go back to that YouTube link you had, I think that there's a little bit more audio. I think that Brian actually does like the bit a little bit more on there.
Am I going back to that call?
Yes.
Here.
And I think just play a little bit.
Prove my claim here.
Yeah, here you go.
Well, I guess you could give us a little of what you gave us then so that we could hear it and know it to be you.
Are you sure you want me to do that, Art?
I'm positive.
Art, please. I don't want you to ask me to do this. If I start doing that guy,
That's definitely him.
I mean, yeah, I'm like 99.9% sure, and I will say that this is like, I think it's a myth busted, yeah.
What we're thinking of as aliens.
Okay, so they're comparing the video now. They're playing the old footage.
Want the major.
This is the sound of genuine fear, the video says.
But like that's the whole thing is like the people that are and like listen, I want UFOs to be real so badly, and like I do think there's legitimate cases of it. But the people that are like they're like, no, this is definitely real. This was like I've heard that comment.
Who want it to be real, and I'm that kind of person. I want it to be real too.
I want it to be real too.
What is strange though is they shut him down.
That's the thing that I addressed that in my video, and also I'll post a link to my video in the chat. Please give it a like, give it a comment. I addressed this in my video on this as well. That's the creepy thing is that, and I agree with Brian when he calls in here. I do think that somebody somewhere was listening to this call and they nuked the broadcast. Yeah. That's the creepy thing is that somebody was listening to Art Bell. And I think that does show the reach and the power of like, you know, let the powers that be. If you're saying something that maybe is a little out of line, they just shut it down. And I do think that that's creepy. And maybe Brian was, maybe he did hit a nerve with somebody somewhere, and maybe he was saying some element of the truth. It's like, we don't really know, but I also don't think it was genuine fear. It's like listening to that call. I'm not an actor in the same sense as you, but I've acted in things, and I've been in some commercials. I've been on some shows. I've been in videos with you. I've been in made my own videos, and it sounds like an actor doing a bit. It doesn't sound real. It sounds like a man who's having fun.
The first thing he says, it sounded like fake exasperation. When you're acting really scared, it's so breathy. I always have thought bad actors do a lot of breath, and they'd be like, they're always panicking.
Oh my God! Like no dancing palm trees with a 5.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Wait, you get a whistle.
I think that should read too.
I think we have it set to 10. Is it reads?
No, I changed it to 5
on
my Streamlabs, but I don't know if that's a sticker. No, it's not a sticker.
Maybe it's maybe Tom. That's the conspiracy.
That is a conspiracy. Brian is pranking Art. Going off the air during that call is hella sketchy. I'm not sure that part is a hoax. I agree. I think that was sketchy. Thank you, Palm Trees. That should have been read out loud. I don't know why Streamlabs didn't do it.
I think, unfortunately, for this one, as much as I would love for this to be real, I believe it is. I believe I previously in my video, I believe that I've debunked it, which I would love it to be real, but I think this one's been debunked. But it is very sketchy that the entire station went off the air. Yeah. Was Brian telling the truth? Maybe he inadvertently said something that the alphabet soup agencies didn't want him to say, and he was taken off the air. I think that's the scary thing right there.
Maybe.
But very creepy. For anybody out there who knows the story and you don't know the full details, Brian J.L. Glass is, in my opinion, the Area 51 caller. And not enough people talk about this. They always talk about the call, but they never talk about what it actually is.
Yeah.
And I think it's this comic book artist. He's written for Marvel. He's written for Image Comics. Very famous comic book artist. I also think I should reach out to Brian and see if he'll be on the show. I would love to talk to him about it.
Yeah, Soap Operas Gates, bad acting, except for Passions, because that's a documentary. Greatest show ever created. Well, here's the last minute of what this guy says. I just want to hear what happens with their second call.
Are you sure you want me to do that, Art?
I'm positive.
I don't want
So he
you
does
to
the
ask
voice
that
again.
guy.
So let's just take that.
Wait, hold on. Let me just
little
address
sample
this
that you
really
just
quick.
gave us so
Starshine
that we
says it
don't-
was probably the station playing into it. That is not possible. There were 11 million listeners at this time. Like they would be losing advertising revenue. I very strongly disagree with you there, because they would not do this, because they would be losing tens of
there's
thousands of
brands
dollars.
that pay money to have.
Yeah.
They are screwing those brands. They wouldn't do that. That's like NBC pulling the plug and making all of their commercials really mad that they're keeping their station running.
Starshine, the show went off the air for 30 minutes and they had to scramble to find a backup. They wouldn't have disrupted their advertisers like that. That's not possible.
Yeah. Hello, Ayan. I think you like my annoying songs. Thank you for being here. Can we get 69 likes? We are 7 away, or less than that, 6 or something. Got to get 100, 69. Here we go. Thank you for being here. Odd Boys, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Welcome to the Saturday show. This is the end of the call.
Alter some sort of hard little reality here at the end of the program, and we'll let the callers be the judge.
Okay.
All right?
I thank you for this opportunity. This has just been
This
driving
is Brian
me
thanking him for being on the show.
bananas for months, and I didn't know what you wanted me to do. I knew it was very difficult for me to prove to you, but I just thank you for your patience in dealing with me up to this time.
All right, it's quite all right. Thank you. Fritz in Phoenix, as a matter of fact, called and said, "Oh yes, that's him."
It's a really creepy call. It's cool. I mean, it's a moment. It's a moment in radio history. This one is always this call is always talked about when you hear about Art Bell.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't know about that. I never heard that. I'm surprised. I love coast to coast stuff. Maybe that's what we do on Saturdays. Is we just break down one story from coast to coast, some of the bigger things, and we can do like focus on one subject, for the day. Because we kind of jump around a little bit. There's a bunch of UFO things I wanted to talk about today, but maybe we just save those for Tuesday and we just do like this Art Bell thing.
And I somebody else was talking about John Teeter. I forget exactly what they mentioned with John Teeter, but I think John Teeter, somebody admitting to it being a hoax, and it with Art Bell. And I have heard that, and I did a video on John Teeter as well. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, it was the Ong's Hat guy. I forget his name, but it was the Ong's Hat. Ong's Hat is widely considered to be one of the first ARGs that was ever put on the internet. But the Ong's Hat guy said that he worked on the John Teeter case. Oh, did I lose you? Hello?
Oh, sorry. I tapped my microphone. I muted on accident. Is it this? Is this your video? 3 time traveler stories compilation?
That's just a compilation, but I do have like a separate. I included the John Teeter thing in there. I do have a video on John Teeter. Yes, please subscribe to me. I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers.
Right?
TITOR. That's right.
Oh, you have a short. Should we watch your short, or do you want to watch the?
You could watch the short. Yeah, you could watch the short. Yeah, the short is a lot. The short is obviously a lot shorter. Yeah, let's show the short so people.
Traveled through time.
Okay, so Tom breaks it down here for us. And so how is this connected to what you were just talking about? The Art Bell thing. Was there some sort of a segue?
I think that the connection is that John Teeter has been revealed to like possibly have been a hoax as well, and that the Ong's Hat creator he's publicly stated that he worked on it.
Thank you.
Oh my God,
Sai. I always say it wrong.
Thank you.
Thank you. Blow that whistle. I'll do my whistle too.
Thank you very much, Sai.
Much quieter. Thank you, Sai. Keeping the show going. I appreciate it. If you guys can like the stream, we are now 3 likes away from 69. Please give a like. Sub memberships. The memberships are only $6.99, same price as a Twitch subscription. And if you want to become a super sub, $10, and you can be on the show. You can all members of the whole channel can get in the members Discord.
So let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's watch this.
Is Fatty Sausage, the pug. She's gonna sit with me as we watch Tom's video.
Is that the new host?
This is our new co-host, Susie. Let's see if you can see Susie here. fatty sausage. She's so heavy.
Wow.
She's like a little pig. Are you a little pig? You are. Ma'am.
Wow.
She
A
loves
new
the
host.
Brain scrub. Brain scrub. There she goes.
You know what video?
By the way, my room is not set up for what it is going to be because I'm working on videos and you can't see certain things yet. So I apologize for the randomness of my room every time you see it. I'm filming things while doing this and you can't see what I'm filming. That's all I'll say.
Not yet.
Not yet. I hope you all watched the Man finale on the Dad channel. The premiere of the finale episode went up yesterday. Go watch it on Dad, most recent video.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's what Morbid was talking about. Fade to Black claimed to know John Teeter. Yes, I think it's the Ong's hat. What was the...
Here, let me play this. It's a minute. This is Tom's video. Go sub to Tom. Let's see what this is. The time traveler guy.
And saved the world. On November 2nd, the year 2000, a user began posting on the Time Travel Institute forums who would later identify himself as John Teeter. Teeter claimed to be a soldier sent back in time from the year 2036 to 1975 to retrieve parts for an IBM 5100 computer system, as this was essential to debug various legacy computer systems that ran the time travel technology needed for these missions.
That
Communicating with
computer
Art Bell
travel.
of Coast to Coast AM, Teeter issued stern warnings and prediction.
Oh, so he called into Art Bell as well. Okay, that's the connection.
He sent faxes in, which was
He
like...
faxed Art Bell.
And he posted...
This guy's trying to be original instead of calling in. I like that.
And he posted in the forums for the show at the time. The Ong's Hat creator's name was Joseph Metheny. And if you've never seen Ong's Hat...
Like an
Ong's
impending
Hat,
world war.
Sorry.
Go on to say...
Yep, continue.
Jamie, Inside of Mind, has made a video on Ong's Hat. You should check it out. But Ong's Hat is widely considered to be one of the first internet ARGs. Supposedly, and I think this is what they were referencing with the Fade to Black podcast, saying that they know who John Teeter is. And I talk about this in my full video on my channel. But Joseph Metheny claims that he and other people were the ones that were responsible for Ong's Hat. Or not Ong's Hat, but John Teeter. And that they were working together. They were all listening to Art. Joseph Metheny is like an older... He's like... I think he's in his 50s or 60s now. And he was, at the time, the late 90s, working together with other people to tell the John Teeter story through things like the Art Bell forums and faxing him in information. So I do think that that's probable if this guy was already making internet ARGs like Ong's Hat. And I believe it. If he says that he was partially responsible for this, I do believe that.
Yeah. Interesting. I like this. I like the call-in stuff. We got to get our own forums and call in. If any of you have had anything crazy happen to you, all you got to do is become a $10 member and you can call in. Or if you become a $6.99 member, you can post it in Discord and we will read it, post whatever you want in the Odd Boys private room, and we will tell the world your story. So if you feel nervous about exposing yourself, you don't want the government coming after you, just type it up in the Odd Boys chat in the Discord. The link is in the description of this stream, the Paradise Loop Cult Discord. Get in there, become an Odd Boys member, and tell us what has happened to you. And you can remain anonymous, or you can call in with your voice, or do a camera if you're a $10 member. It's that simple. And you can tell the world what's really going on. Exactly. We need to have our own coast-to-coast activity going on over here. We're going to break the big stories.
We got to stream longer then. Art Bell was on for like 12 hours a day.
Was he on for 12 hours? But wasn't he getting paid by like the network, the AM radio station, to like host his show? We're not getting paid by YouTube to do this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had 11 million listeners. He was making a ton of money.
Holy crap. We're going to get 11 million listeners. That's the fate of us. Odd Boys is going to become the new Coast to Coast. Maybe we should switch from YouTube to AM radio. Seems like an open market.
I think that that's the answer. Well, I mean, even now, it's like, I would say that Art Bell was like his shows. Yes, they were radio call-in, but they're so, even now, they're so like listenable. I would even say that he was like a precursor to like what podcasting became.
Yeah. True, Sparky. That was just coast to coast. We're the whole world. Odd Boys, as you can see in the logo, we reach the moon and we see all. We even see beyond where the spirits are.
That's true. That's true.
We're worldwide. All right, let's finish this video of yours. So this guy, I'm gonna skip back a tiny bit here. This is Tom's short on his channel. This other caller who called in to the show.
It was, and just to reiterate, it faxed, and also this story was told in, like, John Teeter would post in like message boards, right? Like, the children today might not remember message boards, but like Coast to Coast had message boards at this time, and somebody calling themselves John Teeter would be posting in the message boards telling their story at the time. And I think that this has somehow been like, the story has been like warped a little bit, because I even heard you on Lolcow, and I forget the host's name, but he was talking about John Teeter, and even he was like, they called in, and I was like,
was it Steak?
No, it was like the other one of the other hosts.
Rastoff?
But even they were like, no, Billy maybe was the other guy.
Billy long hair.
But yes, but even he was like, they called in, and I was checking it out while you were on, and I was like, he didn't call in. I was like, this is all like.
I remember you were in the chat, and I kept trying to like bring you up, because I was like, my friend in the chat knows all of this stuff. He knows more than what you guys are saying right now.
Right,
So,
which is like,
but,
I don't blame. I think in your mind, if you don't have like a great memory, you're just like, oh yeah, this person called in, and I was like, no, nobody ever heard the voice of John Teeter. This was all like,
they just faxed in.
This was faxes and internet forum stuff.
Okay,
but that's also why I think it was Joseph Metheny. I also think he says he was part of a group. I think it just was Joseph Metheny. Like, this guy also created the Ong's Hat ARG, and he does all
interesting.
He does all sorts of like conspiracy themed stories and stuff. And like this, he's a very prolific creator in the ARG realm. And he's also a little bit older. So he was of the age. He was in his 20s at that time. I think it was Joseph. I think John Teeter is Joseph Metheny.
Thank you, Dirty David. Have a good night.
That's a whole other thing. Also, Ong's Hat, great ARG. Check out Inside of Mind's video on it. It's very good.
Yeah, let's watch that. All right, finishing this video. If anyone's leaving, thank you for being here. And if it's late for you, we apologize. But thanks. If you watch the VOD after, we'll love you forever.
Various legacy computer systems that ran the time travel technology needed for these missions. Communicating with Art Bell of Coast to Coast AM, Teeter issued stern warnings and predictions, like an impending world war. He would go on to say that something catastrophic occurs in the distant future as time travel past the year 2564 hit a brick wall, and that extraterrestrials may be time travelers from a further timeline with more advanced technology. Teeter later vanished, without a trace. Did John Teeter prevent an impending war on our timeline? Or was it all a hoax? Follow this channel for more strange stories.
So I go into it a little bit deeper. I go into it a little bit deeper on my full video, which is like 10 minutes long. But I do talk about Joseph Metheny, and that I do think it was Joseph Metheny. And I think eventually he just decided not to pursue it any further. And like John Teeter disappearing and going back to the future, I think was just Joseph Metheny going, yeah, I'm moving on to another story now.
Yeah. Hello, Baphomet. Welcome. I can't wait for us to start getting our callers. I think now that we're out there, people are going to go, oh, this is a good spot for me to like let the world, maybe like they can get it off their chest. People can call into us and tell us the things that have happened to them.
That's true.
And they don't have that outlet anymore. Is Coast to Coast even going on anymore? No one knows.
That's what Sparky, I mean, we do know.
No,
Sparky's
talking. Unknown. I don't know.
Sparky's talking about it. Coast to Coast is still on, and it's now hosted. It's not debatable. It's hosted by George Norrie, or it's hosted by Art Bell's Art Bell when he would take time off later on in the show. Art Bell also had health issues and stuff like that.
So maybe it's not real Tom. Maybe he's not real. Maybe George Norrie is like a bot or like a government alien being programmed to say things to distract the truth. And they have to come. Everyone's have to come to Odd Boys now to get the real truth. We're taking over.
So George Norrie was Art Bell's fill-in host while whenever Art Bell went on vacation or needed time off, George Norrie was also, this is a side tangent.
I agree, Goose. I agree with Goose right here. The theory is that George Norrie is exactly that. Controlled opposition. We are going to expose the truth. Odd Boys, we're taking over. Join the Odd Boys team. You can come in on this with us, everybody. We're the truth seekers.
Yeah, I don't think that they liked each other very much. I personally don't. So believe whatever you want, but I think that George Norrie is so. Art Bell was more of like a libertarian. Art Bell was more of a he was like a libertarian, I think, and he didn't believe in he was very anti-government and he didn't trust anybody. He was more of a true question authority conspiracy he was a true believer. George Norrie is much more conservative, and I as well am not a George Norrie
true
fan
believer over here.
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same with George Norrie on. Art Bell was definitely, in my opinion, Art Bell was the originator of the show, and I think he was a better host.
Was it his idea?
Also, it was his show in the beginning. Art Bell had different fill-in hosts. He also had Whitley Strieber, who was a UFO documentarian. He wrote the book Communion. Whitley Strieber, I think, was a better fill-in host. This is like a side tangent. Whitley Strieber, also a true believer, was a much better fill-in host than George Norrie. But George Norrie, through politicking his way to be the replacement host for Art Bell when Art Bell sadly passed in 2018, George Norrie got the show, but I think that it should have been I think it should have been somebody else. I don't think it should have been. And I do think in terms of it should have been me. I also think as far as fill-in hosts.
Thank you, Alaska. Thanks for being here. And Sparky, thank you for spreading the word. We're going to get the truth out there. The aliens are coming, and we're all going to be prepared.
I think as far as fill-in hosts go, I think that Whitley Strieber was a much better fill-in. Whitley Strieber was more in tune with Art Bell, and I think that he would have been a better fill-in host. And yeah, I'm not as much of a fan of George Norrie, but anyway.
I should ask Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. He's very into aliens, and he never talks about it really online. If we get 100 likes today.
You'll ask him. You'll send him a text message.
I think I'll be like, "Hey, you want to come on our show and talk about some aliens sometime?" See what he says. He's a busy guy, but I bet you he'd do it. We should get some guests on. We should get some celebrities that we might know to come and talk about the crazy stuff with us.
You'll just hear click on the other end when you ask him.
You know, I was acting. Yeah. I've had personal private meetings with Danny DeVito, as well as acted with him. Acted with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who else out there? Chevy Chase. I got makeup right next to him and shared a conversation about Porsches with him and who's the guy who plays Larry David's manager? Jeff Goldblum? No, not Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Green?
No, the other guy, Jeff something. He's Larry David's manager on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, isn't that what is that guy's name?
Jeff something. Anyway,
Jeff Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Maybe I'll ask some of these guys.
Yeah, I just said it. It's Jeff Green. You
said Jeff Green. Jeff Garland. Thank you, Hot Sauce.
Jeff Green is his TV character. That is why I'm remembering. It's Jeff Garland, but his TV character name is that. I mean, I think we should come on. I think we should get people. I mean, between the two of us, I think that we could ask people we've got Jamie. I think we've got people like Nexpo.
We should get Nexpo. Nexpo would be good.
We've got
he's into this stuff.
We've got Night Docs. Night Docs obviously into this. We've got people like
Night Mind. Have you talked to him? I messaged him a while ago, but he didn't respond.
Yeah, I've messaged him. He sent me, and I'm not going to spoil it because I don't want to blow up his spot. He's working on a new video, and if it's the same video, he sent me a rough cut for what he was working on, and it's quite good. So
when was this?
6 months. It was a while ago. 6 months ago, maybe.
I think he's kind of off the internet again. I think
he's coming. He's coming back.
I don't know. 6 months is a long time.
I hear he posted a thing about it online. He said he's working on a video and he's coming back. If it's the same video, the rough cut that he showed me was very good, and I am excited to see Night Mind.
I love Night Mind.
Night Docs' return. Yeah, Night Docs is great. Jim,
we should get. We could get Night Mind. We could probably get Wendigoon too. I'm friends with him. We could definitely get the YouTubers. Oh my gosh, a beautiful woman just gave a membership to Nell. Katie, thank you. She's at work. Katie, what is she doing?
Katie, I have awful news. We still have not had a wheel spin, so there's no sewing machine yet.
Oh yeah, we gotta get. If we get a red dono, $100 dono, Tom will spin the wheel and see if Tom has to shave off an eyebrow or eat something really hot. And if that happens, I'm supposed to buy Katie her sewing machine
someday. And it can't be Katie. If Katie's thinking about doing it can't be Katie doing it for herself.
She says my fiance farts too much and blames it on UFOs. There's no such thing as too many farts,
True.
and I don't blame it. I only blame it on the culprit. And if a UFO flew by and dropped something, I'm gonna say it. I will take credit for all my farts, but there have been times where it's undetermined where the source has come from. We have phantom farts all around the place over here, and it could be the sausage pugs, but it could be aliens. You be the judge.
I'm pretty sure it's just you.
Nope. Undetermined, unknown. We'll never know.
I'm almost entirely positive it's just you.
Nope. No. Well,
we've got a few. So we've got a few short videos. So Saturdays are kind of our relaxed day. I think also next week, I believe we're doing Flat Earth.
Yeah.
Something that everybody.
So is
something that somebody
Tuesday?
wants us to
Is
talk
that for
about.
Tuesday?
I think Tuesday we're going to talk about Flat Earth, and then we're going to be asking the real questions like, if we're going to start calling everybody Globers.
Globers.
And we're going to talk about. Oh my God.
Oh my God, sigh.
We've got a wheel spin. Oh my God. Does this mean I might have to do something stupid? Sigh. Oh.
That was huge.
My God. That means you got to buy your soon-to-be wife a sewing machine, Nathan.
It's a $200 sewing machine, so this is only $70 towards it. You guys can't tell me.
$10
Oh my God, Johnny gave 10.
See?
Okay, maybe if we hit the 200, I'll actually buy it for her.
Machine.
Okay, you do the wheel spin. If we hit the 200, Nathan definitely has to buy the sewing machine. You have to.
Because I need to get it covered. Gosh dang it.
If we hit one more red, you have to buy it.
The thing is, we need to save. If we had $200, we need to save it because we need to go get a house in less than a year. That's the plan.
But you can use the sewing machine to sew a house.
I guess we could.
That's easy.
Do
the wheel spin.
A soggy fabric house.
Do the wheel spin to see what stupid thing I have to do.
Okay, let me.
Thank you very much, Sai, and thank you, Johnny, for the $10. So this wheel spin will determine what stupid thing I have to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this link here. Okay, there it is.
Okay. And if we get one,
sure. I don't know if
I guess if we get one more red, Nathan definitely has to buy the sewing machine. You can't. No backsies.
No backsies.
You have to buy the sewing machine if you get one more red.
If we do hit it, yeah, I'll definitely get it because it's something we need. She and I need a sewing machine. I'm using the one that I have with my brother at the moment.
Please no eyebrow. I mean, if it lands on eyebrows, I got it. Sigh.
You guys, we're about to spin
do it.
The wheel right now.
I gotta do it if it lands on it.
Lands on shave your eyebrow. He has to shave his eyebrow.
You'll see me.
Big moment.
a giant moment in Odd Boys history.
Also, if we get another red, two things are going to happen. We're going to spin it again, and Tom will have to shave his other eyebrow or eat something really hot, and I'll get the sewing machine.
Maybe, yeah.
So happy fiance, miserable Tom. But how will your wife feel about you with no eyebrows, Tom?
She's going to tell me I'm an idiot, probably. Oh yeah, where's the? Oh yeah,
Let's get a good shot of Tom.
I also said if we got a red dono, I have to play the cowbell.
Oh yeah.
That's the sign of the red dono.
You got to do cowbell and train whistle. That's a huge one.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sai. But next week is. Yeah, next week, Flat Earth.
Okay, here
we go. Okay, let's...
Yeah, Flat Earth next week. And I have to make an announcement about Hyper Fox after, because people haven't gotten their orders, same as me. And if you have ordered something, it should come, but I think there's been a delay. So anyway, here we go. Dramatic drum roll. Here we go.
Alba's in the chat. She just said, bro.
Here comes
Alba, I gotta do it. Alba, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta pay the bills. Well, maybe
anyway.
it's a wheel spin, Alba. I might have to shave my eyebrows. I might have to eat the sour pickle. I might have to have hot sauce. Or there's also a nothing. I'm hoping it just lands on nothing, and then I can just go, well, yes. Oh, here we go. Drum roll, play.
Here we go.
Oh, please, no eyebrows. Oh, no.
Oh my God! You have to shave your right eye. He has to shave his right eyebrow off his face!
Can somebody at least do another red dono so I might have to shave off the other one? All right, Nathan, entertain. Here's what my eyebrows look like
Let's
now.
get it before. Someone take a screen grab and post this in the Discord. Hang on, stay still. I'm gonna get a nice zoom in on you here. Where is the zoom? This is not easy to do. Okay, this is the before of Tom. Okay, now we're gonna get an after.
All right, I'm gonna go do it. Entertain the people. I'll be right back, everybody.
Wow.
Nathan,
this
you can
is amazing.
Get them to do another red one so I can at least match. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Bobby, it is fair. Go get those buzzers. It is fair because I did genuinely almost died when I ate that hot sauce the other day. Tom, I didn't know this. So I got that stuff at Ralph's, which is like a basic grocery store in Los Angeles. And there was just like some hot sauces. And then there was this one that looked like the hottest. And that's kind of place you don't really get specialty hot sauce, which is like, that's like the internet or some sort of, I don't know, barbecue place. I didn't think it was going to be that hot. And I did a little bit of it on another stream like a month ago when I was on Lolcow, and I had a bunch of food I was eating. I was drinking stuff. I had a full stomach. When I did this, and it was not a lot. I did this the other day. I did a full spoon, and I shot it with water, so I tried to get it down faster. It felt like someone punched me in the throat like this. Like it genuinely felt like I had pain here, like I got a hit. And then Tom, as I'm barfing, I had the headphones still in, so I could hear everything he was saying. He goes, "Oh no, I just looked this stuff up." Tom likes spicy stuff, and the spicy stuff Tom eats is like 400 Scoville. This was 1 million Scoville. Over 400 is hot.
The tariffs, taxes, YouTube cuts, or anything else that Nathan can try to back out on with a technicality. Get KT her GD sewing machine. And get Tom his sandwich.
Orange.
Less than 3.
That's an orange dono. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, wait. We gotta do some math here. Let me look around. I don't know if we can get that sewing machine just yet. I just need to see a red dono. Then I will get Katie the sewing machine, genuinely, if we get a red dono. Also, we need to hit 100 likes. Why haven't we hit 100 likes yet? This is insane. Okay, so let's see. Stream, the viewer activity. Let's read what you guys have done. Let me make a marker here. At 1:28 minutes is when I'm going to read to you what you have done. So, Cy gave $10 earlier, Nikki gave $10, Gates gave $2, Palm Trees became a member of Nathan Tier 3 membership for 2 years, thank you. Palm Trees gave 5, Cy gave another 10, my fiance gifted a membership, thank you Katie. Cy gave $100, Johnny gave $10, and Nikki G just gave $42.89. What is that supposed to amount to? $30. Okay, Nikki. So are you saying that's $50? Okay, let's do some math here. I'm going to add up what we've earned today. It says I've earned $189 in the chat revenue. We're 19 likes away from 100. Thank you, everyone. But just remember, YouTube is... So we need to take 30%. That's also not memberships it's adding up. So 70% of 189.
It's 132.3.
$132. So split 2 ways, 132 divided by 2.
It's 66.
$66 is what I've earned today, not $200. That is what it costs to get this sewing machine. So, can't get the sewing machine. He's back. Did he do it, or are you preparing? You have to do it on you're gonna do it on camera, right? He's muted. You're muted.
What?
Okay. You haven't shaved it, right? You're just preparing.
I just did it.
Oh, you did? I thought you were going to do it on camera.
I'm not getting hair all over my microphone,
Oh
but
my
there
God,
you go.
there it is. Oh my God, he shaved his eye. Oh my God, he shaved it. Tip your head up a little bit, like, yeah, yes. Wow, you look weird. Okay, wait. Let me zoom in on that. We gotta get a.
There you go. It's like it never happened. It's perfectly fine. I can go out in public and live a normal, reasonable life now. This is, it's like it never happened.
Okay, give us one more shot here. Yes, you have no eyebrow.
Thank you, Sai. Thank you very much.
It looks really dumb. You look
I know
bizarre.
that it does. I know that it.
That's why I said I'm not going to do this because I can't, because I just auditioned like 2 days ago for a commercial. I can't do that with auditions, but I'll do backflips.
You could do it. You would just be auditioning you'd be auditioning for a different part. But now I will say, can we please get one more red dono for the end of the stream so at least I can match? Maybe.
Yeah, and then they'll grow out together.
Yeah,
Maybe.
now I have one shaved and one not. Wait, DJ Nicky did 42.89? Wait, what?
Yeah, so I did the math. After YouTube fees and after our split, we've both earned $66 this stream. So you shaved your eyebrow for $66. There are some memberships. But that was Nathan's station, so you didn't get any of that. And then Katie gifted one, but I don't know if it was an Odd Boy one. I'm guessing it was a Nathan one. So yeah, you haven't earned anything on memberships today.
Great.
So Tom and I said I can't buy the sewing machine because I've literally only earned $66.
So how much would we need to make on the stream for you to buy the
sewing machine? Costs $200.
So you would need.
I need $138 or whatever.
Alba asked the same question. She said, "Why are you shaving your eyebrow?" She's like, "Is it for a lot of money?" And I said, "No." And then she said, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, "Because it's funny."
Oh, your poor wife.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you got to do. I'll say.
Oh, it says 6? Okay, so Katie said, doesn't give me the option to choose which membership to gift.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
Alba's $6. So that might have been an Odd Boys. So you might have earned
in the chat.
Some money.
Alba's in the chat. Yeah, I said it's for entertainment.
Yes. Here,
exactly.
Let's mod Alba here.
Oh, Alba, you're a mod on the Nathan channel.
Now we'll see. Alba is Tom's wife in the chat. Her name will show up with the blue wrench. There she is.
I think this looks.
Hey,
I think
Zeus.
if I just. Yeah, but I think if I just do this, it's like it never happened. I think it's like it's there. It's like it never went anywhere. I think this I feel like I could go to London.
So funny. You gotta put 2. If you shave the other one, wearing 2 mustaches would be so funny.
I think this is my new look. It's my new fall fashion.
You flip it around the other way. See, it looks like a hat. It looks like you're wearing a cowboy hat on your eye.
Can we please, if we get one more red dono, I'll just shave the other one off to match. Can we get one more red?
How much to shave the middle of your head like Keith Apicary?
To just shave the middle of my head?
Yeah.
I mean, the eyebrows will eventually grow. I mean, I guess the head hair will grow back too. To shave the middle, you mean like to get the bald hair? To do the whole
just the middle, like I used to look.
To do the Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would do. So this is a true story. Back in 2012,
I'm going to look into how many members we have right now to see what we're earning.
Yeah, Alba says $1 million. I would do it. I would do it. So in 2012, Nathan and I did a video, and he paid me. This is true. This is when Nathan was crushing it on YouTube. Nathan paid me $1,000. I told him I'd do it for $1,000 in cash to shave. He like shaved my head like all like. It looked like I just came out of like an asylum.
I shaved him in like, he has a full head of hair. I shaved like random holes in his hair, and I did really thin Gollum strands, like really, really thin. And his hair was long. So he literally looked like Gollum. It was mostly like long on the sides, shaved most of the top, and it was so patchy. It looked like he got like burned during a car accident. It looked horrible. And we shot a video with him, so we have proof of it. We have video footage of this on the internet and pictures of him. And he had to go to work like that. And he worked at Whole Foods as like the bake. He was the manager of the bakery, and he looked insane.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, it wasn't a good. It wasn't a good time. I would love to give you
the Golem again.
To do the Golem, I would do it. I would do it for what you paid me then, which was $1,000, which I don't think anybody's going to do. But I would, for that much, then sure, my hair will grow back.
So here, let's go here. I'll show everyone what we're working with here. Okay, that's the wrong thing. Let me put this over there. Where's the spinning wheel? We'll put this here. Is this gonna open
Look at that.
up?
We still got a pickle. We still got hot sauce. Still got that left eyebrow.
Here we
Alba
go.
says, but you wouldn't even make $500. Yeah, but I'd make 500 laughs.
This is what we have for members. And then I can search. So I have like 300. How many was it? I have 348 members total on my channel. Odd Boys.
Yeah, 500 memories.
Let's see how many
Odd Boys
members
we've got
have.
one.
We have
one.
Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 members of this specific show. Furberg, thank you, tier 1. All tier 1. We have no tier 2. So everyone is so Katie is thank you for becoming a tier 1. So all these people can be part of the show on Fridays, which is nice. Helly, Elastic, Jordan, Czar, Tinra, Sly, Zed, and Katie. Those are our members. So $6.99 is that how much it is, or set $5.99?
Oh yeah. So we should say again that Nathan redid the memberships. So tier 1 gets into the Discord. That's like the basic, the regular membership that supports the show. It gets into the Discord chat. You can share things with us. You can talk in the Discord. The tier 2 is now our highest tier membership. So for anybody saying they thought for sure they were a member, yes, that is true, Ska. Nathan has deleted the tier 3, and
so
those people will be getting
$25 members are getting refunds. Yes,
right. Those people are getting refunded according to
YouTube does it automatically, and I canceled it. It says all the existing members will get a refund. So I'm guessing you'll get that in the next day or so.
Yes. So if you would like to still be able to call into the show on Fridays, you have to do the tier 2 membership.
Mm-hmm.
Scott
so
says
it's cheaper. Tier 2 is a lot cheaper now. You save $15. So if you want to become an Ultimate Odd Boy member, it's only $10. So here's the math. You and I are earning $19 a month from these memberships. This is after YouTube takes its 30%, and then you and I split it. So we're earning about $39 a month from these, and then we split it, we get $19. So $20 a month Tom and I are getting from you guys for loving this show. We need to get that to $2,000 a month, and then we'll have a studio. We'll be interviewing aliens. We're going to be the new Coast to Coast. This is just the beginning. I'm feeling pretty confident about this show. I know this is a crazy mayhem couple hours every time we do this, but I think we're covering some pretty interesting things, and we're getting through the subject matter, and we're getting to the bottom of a lot of this stuff. And now we are all a lot smarter, and we are aware that there are things going on in this world that we can't explain, but at least we all know together. So thank you for joining us and watching all the time. We're doing this three times a week, and we can't do it without you. So thank you for liking and becoming a member. We are only going to do it with you guys becoming members. So thank you.
Raspberry says, but will it last more than a month? That's the real
I said
conspiracy.
I'm going till the end of the year. So we started in August, so we'll just chalk that. I won't even count August. We'll do September. No, we didn't start in August. When did we start? I don't know.
Yeah,
we did start in August, I think.
Yeah, August. I guess so like
September,
the very
October, November, December.
The very
so we're
end.
4 months of this. At the end of the 4 months, I expect this to be the most popular paranormal show in the universe. And if we hit 100 likes, I might have faith that that's going to happen. So let's see those 100 likes, everybody.
Well, we've got a few short ones. We could go through those before. So we're trying to keep the shows to about 2 hours.
Yeah, we got about 20 minutes left, and we hit 2 hours, and I think we should wrap it up.
So we've got some shorter clips to get. We can watch those. This is kind of Saturday is a little bit of our our catch up from the things that we were not able to cover. So we've got some shorts that we can cover here. Should we do the ghost caught on camera?
I think we should. I think everyone wants to see a ghost caught on camera. I mean, who wouldn't?
YouTuber.
Here we go. So, this comes to us,
YouTuber,
courtesy of Darkness Prevails.
I believe it.
They got to the bottom of it. Let's see what they are showing us here.
Midwest ghost hunter decided to explore an abandoned graveyard in Minnesota. The old graveyard used to be a part of a thriving town, but now it's just a ghost town. People visiting the cemetery report seeing an alarming amount of paranormal activity, and many locals tell investigators to stay away. And this YouTuber soon finds out why. He begins his investigation at what appears to be a smashed grave.
You know he's serious.
And you also, this is shot in night vision, so it's gonna that's when spooky stuff happens at night.
And you know that somebody is filming him to get his reaction.
Yeah.
So obviously
they
something
put a
is
lot
going
of
to
money.
happen.
Yeah, the fact that we're seeing him knows we're going to see something good happen to his face after he sees this ghost. Ghosts are losers, Immortal Duke says. Don't say that. The ghosts are what keep this show going. We can't talk trash about what's making us money here. It's the ghosts.
those are our biggest supporters.
Those are our clients. Them. Without them, we'd have nothing to talk about. Ghosts and aliens
customers
are not losers. They're our payroll.
What happened? Is it vandalized?
Are you talking to the ghost?
Okay, I just heard you.
I heard it too.
Knowing that
it said yeah. Ghost said yeah.
That is weird. Like whenever you hear, I mean, it's confirmation bias, but when you hear a direct call and response like that, I do think that it's weird.
Well, yeah, I think it's really weird when Ghost says yeah. That's freaking messed up. Let's listen to Ghost say yeah one more time.
Appears to be a smashed grave.
What happened? Is it vandalized? Okay, I just heard you.
Knowing that he is not alone, he continues.
Kind of sounds like my fiance.
Yeah.
Is she pranking people? Am I dating a ghost?
You could be. I mean, well, Nathan, I've never seen Katie. When you invite her into the room, there's nobody there with you.
Shut up.
The chat can verify. Chat, have you ever actually seen Katie? When Nathan says, "Here's my fiance," he's just there's nothing there. I don't want to like, blow up his spot here and accuse him that there's some sort of.
Shut your lips. You're so stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Super Goose says, I assumed it. Yeah, exactly. I assumed it was like some weird bit. You're like, oh, here's my girlfriend.
You've all seen her. She was here last night.
No, there's nobody there with you, Nathan.
Oh my God.
It was just you.
Do not make me feel insane.
There isn't the chat.
Also engaged to a woman named Katie. Are we dating the same ghost?
Exactly. Andrew just said it. Yeah, the engagement photo was just you.
Ted, if I'm dating, I would not be surprised if I was dating a spirit, because I am definitely a very haunted person, and she is like mind-boggling to me. She doesn't seem like a real person. It's almost like too perfect, this girl. That would be my luck, that she's a ghost, and then she's floating around to different people all the time, haunting. She's haunting.
Yeah, Bobby said it too. Yeah,
she loves me.
Exactly. Yeah, Bobby, I thought you knew. Exactly.
Stop. You guys are gonna freak me out now. Now I'm gonna get scared when I see her.
Right. No Dancing Bomb Tree said it too. Nathan keeps saying she's going to be on camera, but she hasn't done it yet. Yeah, exactly.
Can't do this to me. You guys are gonna make me feel insane. I'm gonna have a complex.
I assumed it was just like a bit, Nathan.
Super Goose. What is this? Ghost lighting. We're looking at documentary footage of a ghost. Katie's not a ghost, and if she is, I still love her. Continuing on.
Use his investigation to another tombstone.
Oh, whoa.
He decides to take pictures of the site in hopes of capturing some kind of ghostly figure. If you look closely at this image, you can see what appears to be 2 children.
Oh my God, that is actually scary. That is, I don't like it at all. Oh.
That's I thought you would like this one. This is a really good like little case. Yeah.
I have chills literally everywhere. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This. I was gonna say, did I add this to the doc? I don't remember seeing this. This is crazy.
I added a few to the doc that I thought were good.
Do these 2 kids haunt the graveyard?
Yes, they do.
YouTuber
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
that was
it's really
awesome.
creepy.
And I was gonna say it's real, and those were real ghosts for sure.
I mean, maybe someday Yeah, sure, Nathan. Maybe someday we'll see her.
Next subject is the Cape Cod vampire killer. This is all stuff you added.
I added this. Have you ever heard about this case?
No, Cape Cod is where I'm from, by the way, everyone, and this is where I would like to move someday. Again.
But I'm also from Cape
Massachusetts. Oh, you're from the Cape too. Wait, I knew that. What town are you from again?
My dad worked for Provincetown Airlines.
Oh, the very end of the Cape. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. I lived in Mashpee. Mashpee.
The first 5 years of my life, I lived on Cape Cod.
Cape Cod's awesome. It's the coolest
very
part
cool.
of all of New England, in my opinion.
Now, you know what's not cool? The Cape Cod vampire killer. There was a serial killer in the 1960s on Cape Cod.
How many?
You've never heard about this?
I have not.
This is a real case.
Heard of this?
This is a real case. He is confirmed to have murdered 4 women, but possibly many more.
Oh, Walpole. So Walpole is a town in Massachusetts.
That's the prison. Yeah, that's like there's a maximum security prison there.
It's probably the name of an English town in England because all the towns in New England are just named after either Native American things or England. They just brought the towns over here.
Spoiler alert about this killer. In prison, I think it was 1974, he was found dead, hung in his prison cell of an apparent self-ending, but there is a lot of conspiracy around that, and they think that he was actually murdered in prison.
Oh my God. Dude, this is a little messed up. I don't know if I can handle these things. Okay. The horrific murders of Tony Costa, a vampire murderer from where Tom and I are from. Never heard of this.
He was also referred to as the cannibal killer, which vampire killer can't. He would he was eating his victims.
Jeez.
How many women did this man actually kill? In 1958, there were several disappearances of young women being reported, and at the center of it was this man named Tony Costa. In his daily life, Tony Costa seemed to be a charming man, but he had a split personality named Corey, and Corey had a thirst for blood.
This should be a movie. They should have made a movie of this guy.
I'm really surprised you've never heard of this case. He's like I guess he's like a lesser known serial killer, but yeah, I mean, especially from our area. But yeah, this is a real case. This is a serial killer on Cape Cod.
Wow. Thank you, Sparky. Yes, she's a beautiful lady.
As it was spring break and party season, Tony lured...
Did he say horny season?
Party season, not horny season.
Horny season!
No.
women into a graveyard, promising them drugs and a good time. But as soon as they were in his trap, he would kill them and dismember them. As it was the 1960s, and there were so many teens coming in and out of Cape Cod, it took months before police officers took any of these disappearances seriously. Patricia Walsh, Mary Ann Wysocki, Susan Perry, and Sidney Mazzone were confirmed victims of Tony Costa, but investigators think that there are many more.
Perry. I wonder if that lady is related to Tyler Perry, because he's from Massachusetts. Oh, he's from New Hampshire, but...
Oh, maybe. But yeah, this man confirmed 4 victims, but they think that like maybe dozens, because they think that this was the 1960s. In the 1960s, obviously I wasn't around then, you weren't around then.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people hitchhiking. There were a lot of like drifters. There were a lot of people like going in and out, and there was a lot of like drug culture and things like that. So they don't know exactly how many victims this man was responsible for. And a lot of people just went missing at that time, and it was harder to keep track of them.
Let me play the last second again. I didn't finish it.
Perry and Sidney Mazzone were confirmed victims of Tony Costa, but investigators think that there are many more. So, how many women...
It just loops.
He just said so. That's all I missed.
It's just a looping clip. But yeah, I'm surprised you've never heard of this case.
Wow, never heard of it. Massachusetts
supposedly maybe dozens of victims. The other thing is that I think is weird is that Tony Costa, the not even alleged, confirmed killer of at least 4 victims, he claims that he never did any of the murders, and this friend, quote unquote, did it, and he thought that this friend was real. but like he had a split personality, and like the split personality.
Did he go to a mental institution or did he go to jail?
He had been to jail prior, but he had never been to like a mental institution or anything like that. But he was in trouble at a young age, and he went to prison early. I think he went to prison at 17, and then he got out and he tried living a normal life. He had like a wife, he had kids, got divorced, and that seems to be kind of like when he went off the deep end.
What's his name?
Tony Costa.
Let's see.
But yeah, very, very infamous story. But I feel like he's like lesser known than like Ed Gein or like
he looks like a jackass. He looks like a bro here.
I mean, there he is. Walpole, NCI Walpole. But that's him, the Cape Cod vampire killer, also known as the Cape Cod vampire cannibal.
So why vampire? Because he like drank their blood or just ate them? But that's cannibal.
Yeah, but like I think that that's just what the press called him. He had these nicknames in the press.
Yeah. You want to hear something?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this. Let's see here. Here's Susan. Let's see. I'm going to put her near the mic. I'm going to scrub her head. Let's see what you hear. You hear that? Hang on.
I do hear that.
Come on, Susie. I scratch her head.
This is just part of the other. It's part of the conspiracy. I mean, it just
scratch her head. It sounds like an old man snoring.
I know it's a pug, and pugs make these noises, but it just sounds like they have breathing problems. It doesn't sound healthy, but I know that that's just what pugs sound like.
She gets really relaxed. She just snorts. You're such a snorter. I like her. She's funny. She loves the brain scrub. Anyway, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's your ASMR for today, everyone.
Okay, we've got two more. We've got two more little UFO things, and I think then next week we'll be back with Flat Earth, yes, amongst other things.
Okay, so this is my two videos that I found that were interesting to me. This is a long one, so I think I just want to watch. We'll just kind of skip through it here. It's another History Channel, and I love these videos. The History Channel, they do this like UFO stuff with this host.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this stuff. Also, Sparky, thank you for saying this has been a good stream. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I think if I was a viewer of this show, I can already tell like I would like it because it feels like it's good, cozy content. I tend to feel when you get into paranormal stuff and just kind of like
cozy mystery content.
I love this. Is like Halloween fall weather type of things that I would watch and listen to. So I hope you are all enjoying it.
And we're trying to grow it. We're not really we're not in it for the money.
No, it would be nice to earn money, but we do want to build it up and we want it to do well eventually. But if it is good content and there is like actually stuff,
that's the whole thing.
It's not just us rambling and blabbing the whole time. Then people might actually start showing up and watching it. Exactly,
Sparky. Ghosts do love sewing machines. If we get one more red dono, then Nathan actually has almost enough money to buy the sewing machine.
Red dono, then I will have earned $120 something, and then I'm only spending like $80 of my own, and I will get the sewing machine for Katie, even though I'm not earning the full $200. I will, but I will feel justified to get it if we do get another red dono.
And maybe I'll
have to shave his other eyebrow.
Well, I'll have to do another wheel spin and maybe shave another eyebrow.
Maybe, or you have to eat something really horrible.
Right.
The wheel will determine your fate.
If I don't, I will have to even out my eyebrows. So I think I will have I'll be live later on Twitch. I'll probably have a separate goal to be like, please grant me a mercy. And here's a goal to even out my eyebrows.
All right, here, I'm going to skip through this one and just show you the gist of it. It's a 7-minute thing, but we don't need to watch all 7 minutes. This is a UFO, because it was an unidentified flying object in the sky. This guy was filming, and the only way to describe it really is it looks like kind of a paper bag with lights in it, and it like changes shapes and stuff. It does weird things, and it's clearly not a plastic bag. You'll watch, you'll see. It's just, it's unknown. It's interesting, though.
Could just be some floating debris. After all, Aero, the Pentagon's UAP identification team, said that's just exactly what many sightings turn out to be. But look at those twinkling lights.
See this flashing
Title
lights
says the object's behavior reminds her of an alleged ET phenomenon known as cloud
It
cloaking.
is strange.
This is the
Yeah,
theory
so
that
basically Jordan Peele's movie where UFOs hide in the clouds, that's what people think this might be.
Oh, it's like, so he's maybe derived that story from, like, obviously,
Well,
like,
that's a
like
phenomenon.
in
Yeah,
his
so
own.
he got that. That's a real thing that a theory people have out there. I've often seen like a bunch of clouds that all look the same, then a random cloud that's closer to us that doesn't match other clouds. It's a totally different shape, and I'm always like, what's really in there? I think those are the UFO ones, and they're doing a bad job of hiding themselves.
Use cloud cloaking for one primary reason.
So it's moving
the idea
weird.
is
It's
that
like
the UFOs
stiff.
aren't just using clouds as cover. They're cloaking.
That doesn't
Believers
even look
hope
like a
that
cloud,
decades-
though.
Saw something strange in
Look
the
at that
sky.
thing. Denmark.
Lawerson took out his camera and
It's like a
captured this
squid.
strangely shaped cloud that appeared.
That looks like an actual UFO in here, and like the mist is just dripping off of it.
Yeah, it looks like
You
a
can
jellyfish
see,
or something.
Like, the metal structure underneath the mist.
in the shape of a classic UFO, with almost tentacle-like appendages
Yeah,
underneath it.
Is rad.
This caused some to wonder, is this
Space for UFOs to be
here we go,
hiding
we gotta
in.
get to
The answer is not in what we see, but what we hear.
The eyewitness
cloud with lights. Yeah, let's listen to the dude.
So from their behavior, some.
So if what we're seeing is real, is it something that's supposed to be floating in the sky?
But when
on,
clouds
where
experience
is
a lot of wind, they right here, where the object
Is this where they're trying to
looks
debunk it?
pretty close
Yeah.
to a shopping bag, and I think I can make out what look like handles. And then to me, that looks like a wind gust
But
picking
it's
up
huge,
and
if so.
blowing a plastic bag.
And if it is
I think
in
it's the
fact a
movement.
plastic bag,
It's
Shadakis believes he
it's
can
the
easily
overall
explain it.
movement that I think makes it very suspicious and unusual to me.
Yeah, and yeah, why are there lights blinking inside of it? It's like someone took a plastic bag and put those really thin wire lights in it. You know those new like blinking lights you can get? They're on like a wire. But like those take a battery pack, and that battery pack alone would not float. Maybe the lights if they were like charged, but like also when was this? This was like a while ago, I think. I don't think it even existed then. You hear the guy talking at one point. I'm gonna try to find that, where you hear him going like, "What the heck is that?"
And why it sparkles.
Dude, that's
It's
a
something
tuna,
like
bro.
A plastic bag.
Yeah.
This could simply be
It's that guy.
light
That's what we need.
from
We
the
need more.
sun
We need more
refracting
UFOs discovered
in
by
weird-
like South End Boston guys.
We need like the double rainbow guy to find some more things.
Yeah, dude, that's a tuna,
Oh,
bro.
remember, yeah, the guy that found the fish in the Boston Harbor.
Dude, I don't know. That's a tuna, bro.
What is it?
We need
Dude,
we
it's
need
sick, bro. It's sick. We gotta kill it.
we need that guy to find a UFO.
That guy was amazing.
weird ways.
But watch as the object moves past the TV antenna and behind the houses.
It's huge.
If it is a floating shopping bag, it would have to be an extraordinary and unusually large one.
Yeah.
For Hernandez, the plastic bag explanation also doesn't make sense, especially given the weather conditions.
So
that
normally
day.
they debunk on this show. They debunk most things. They're like, "Yep, it's this," and it's like disappointing. This episode, things go a little differently.
In the distance, and within 10 seconds, it's right on us. So it might be moving at over 50
I think it's the
miles an
speed
hour,
that makes
but
me
the
go,
wind's the
what is
specific-
this?
Yeah,
Is
because
this
it's
actually a
moving
natural-
fast for the distance it's at.
Right. For the
What we're looking-
size and like all that, like it's not sped up footage as far as I can tell. I think that's the thing that makes me go, okay, this is either a really bizarre weather phenomenon or it's something.
Yeah. With glurpies in it. Oh my god. Muffin. Settle down.
But that doesn't mean Hernandez thinks this is alien cloud cloaking technology.
If there was an alien species that was trying to develop an object
There it is. It
to
shows. There he
blend
is. He's right
they would
there.
obviously
caught
have to
him.
know that
They got
clouds
footage of
don't
him.
look like this normally. If it's a
Not a UFO. What is it?
whatever this is, it's changing direction. It takes a nosedive, but before it reaches the ground, it goes horizontally. And this behavior leads me to believe that there is some control that something or someone has over this object.
Yeah, the movement
And I
is
don't
weird
have an
too.
And it's
explanation
like
to that.
it's filling up with air. That's how it's floating. It's not just like a net or something, because that wouldn't float. It has to be some sort of a sealed device in a way where it can fill up with air then float. So it is some bag type thing.
Remains unidentified.
It might just be a bunch of plastic, But it's weird because normally with plastic, it would flutter and float. If it was like, say, a bunch of like that clear plastic when you cover, you like a tarp in a way, like a clear plastic tarp. I could see it being that maybe, but that would like flap and flow more. This is like stiff. So maybe there's like some sort of paint on it or some polyurethane that like it was a painter using it for something and it floated in the air. It just isn't moving like that. Like a piece
I think
of plastic.
it was swamp gas.
Oh, that's what they always say. I want to hear the guy. Where is he? Right here?
Like mass. It hovered. The cloud's seemingly guided behavior has led to Hector's video going viral, racking up over 1 million clicks.
Blob, there seem to be intense.
This could just be EP identity. But look at those ET phenomena.
Will hide. So
for one prime,
they're close.
UFO.
I
Another
can't seem to find the moment where he speaks.
I saw some
cloud is
exactly seen.
There he is.
Of UFO
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, at some point he's like, I've never seen anything like that. What the heck is it? So yeah, what do you guys think? I think it's aliens testing out some sort of a new drone.
I do like that every conclusion you come to is you going, yeah, it's a ghost. Yep, it's aliens.
I mean, what else?
True. I think it's very strange. I think I would have to see more footage of it. It is very strange. If anything, it is a strange weather anomaly. It's aliens. It's always aliens.
I mean, come on.
What else could it be? What if aliens were visited by aliens?
Just saying.
True. We've got one more. We've got one more for the Saturday relaxed episode here.
Yeah, here we go.
UFOs coming out of the ocean, and then it looks like perhaps next week the sewing machine will be had.
Yeah.
There's a UFO behind me.
If we get that red dono.
There's a UFO. There's a UFO in the room with me right now. That is true. There is a UFO on my wall.
Oh, so this is this is part of the whole thing that's been going on recently with that new UFO that was seen that had a missile shot at it. And this continues an ongoing current story that's developing as we live right now.
Well, this is the so for anybody, for context as well, this is the congressional hearings going on.
Yeah, about this new footage that we have and the new UFO info that is being put out to the public. If you haven't seen it, there's a thing that's going crazy viral right now about this new UFO that's being seen on a radar, and they're tracking it over the ocean. It's off of Yemen, the coast of Yemen, and they shoot a missile at it, and the thing dodges it and does not get affected by a missile. And it was the U.S. that shot the missile. I learned yesterday. I wasn't sure what.
Why is that always the first reaction of like the military? They're like, okay, these aliens are dealing with possibly technology beyond our comprehension, with weapons that we couldn't possibly fathom beyond our realm of reasoning. Let's shoot a missile at it.
Yeah. Oh no, we'll shoot it. All right. Kill
Let's
it.
fire a Let's just see what happens if we shoot a missile at this thing that could fire a laser death beam at us or something.
Because dumb humans want to break everything.
I mean, really specifically, it's the United States that is like, they're like, I think that's mostly like the typical United States response is, let's just fire a missile at it.
Yeah, kill it, always. Dumb Neanderthals. Okay, so this is not that same video with the missile being shot. This is them saying new information, because we've already watched that in a past episode. But this is when the guy says they rose from the ocean. So he saw UFOs coming out of the ocean. We got to listen to him say this. This is a 5-minute video. I'm not sure where he says it, so let's just try to skip through.
Good morning, Chairwoman Luna, Ranking Member Crockett, and members of the task force and the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. My name is Alexandra Wiggins. I'm an active duty U.S. Navy Operations Specialist, Senior Chief Petty Officer. Father of 3.
Okay, so he's an officer in the U.S. Navy.
Everyone's been talking on these this week in these videos and these hearings are like legitimate Army guys that are like, I don't want this to be real, but this is what happened.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of sightings by the U.S. Navy. But I think that like that's there's a lot of aircraft deployed from aircraft carriers. There's a lot of people out in the open ocean, and people do. I have heard that there have been a lot of UFO and strange sightings for from within the ocean. Like the ocean is still largely unexplored.
Oh my gosh. The aliens are 100% hiding in the ocean. That's like a thing I truly believe. There's all these stories I heard way back of that one guy, that Commander Fravor guy that got the original Tic Tac footage of the UFO. He was chasing it in his jet. He said I talked about this in the past, but he said a helicopter guy was like, yeah, we were picking up a missile that was like a failed missile that was floating in the ocean from a submarine, and we went to pick it up and extract it. And as the scuba guy who was like on the bottom of the hook, he's supposed to go down to the thing at the surface of the water, hook the cable to the missile, and they pull it back up with the helicopter. As he's about to hook it, he said there's a big thing rising up from the ocean, like this metal plate was coming up out of the ocean. He's like, well, something's coming up here. And they're like, what are you talking about? He goes, pull me up. And then before he can hook it, the thing sucks the missile under the water and takes it away from them. And they're like, the missile's gone. We didn't know what to say. And he never told anyone about it. And then when Commander Fravor came out about the thing he saw and shot, when they was chasing it, he's like, I gotta tell you something. He's like, you saw that? I gotta tell you what we saw one time. None of us have ever talked about it. Something from the ocean took their missile away from them. So there's stuff under the ocean. I really believe it. Let's see what this guy says about what else is under there.
Testifying today in my personal capacity. The views I share are my own, and I do not represent the...
Yep.
On the evening of February 15th, 2023, at approximately 19:15 PST in the Whiskey 291 warning area off the coast of Southern California, It's
always Southern California. That's where Commander Fravor was too when they were chasing that Tic Tac. It's always off San Diego. It's a hotbed down here.
Well, that's where, but that's also, there's like there are large military installations there. So, and they do say that often, that around military bases are often where UFO sightings are witnessed. But I think that makes sense because that's where like nuclear weapons are.
Yeah. And the aliens are trying to shut us down.
I think that's like them paying attention to us because they're like, okay, they've harnessed the power of the atom.
And don't let them blow this place up. Yeah.
I think, yeah, if we are to, if we are to believe that they're here, I think it makes sense that that's where they are.
Serving on board USS Jackson. During that period, I moved between the Interior Communications Center, ICC-1, and the bridge wing, correlating the sensor picture with visual observations, part of my routine responsibilities for surface and air picture management. What I observed and what our crew recorded was not consistent with conventional aircraft or drones as they appear on our system. A self-luminous Tic-Tac shaped object emerged from the ocean before
Another
linking up
Tic-Tac.
with three other similar objects. The four then disappeared simultaneously with a high synchronized near instantaneous acceleration.
I love that it's talking about this all the time
I
now.
observed no sonic boom and no conventional propulsion signatures. No exhaust plume, no control surface articulation on the Sapphire image system. Shortly after the synchronized departure, radar tracks dropped. These observations were multi-sensor and recorded inside of ICC-1 with time location overlay visible in our source frames that have been made public by journalists. With our public
So I think that's pretty much it.
But it does
argue
told
ya.
the preservation of sensor data.
Told ya.
So analysts can evaluate.
So this is just another military office coming forward
confirming
saying that they had an experience.
There's crazy stuff going on out there, and we don't know what
Does
it
he
is.
have any video associated with this, or just this is just testimony?
No, there's no radar on this one. It's just him talking about it, which I like keeping up with this story and all this congressional stuff that's going on, tapping into it every once in a while.
It is creepy. I mean, it's like I think it validates some of the this isn't a retired Navy officer. This is an active duty Navy officer. So he's putting his credibility on the line.
I will show this before we go. We watched it the other day, but this is what is going crazy. This is 3 days ago. It's got over 1.5 million views. This is from the same hearing. This is the thing everyone's talking about lately. This is the new footage
Hellfire missile.
This is the UFO getting shot by a missile and nothing happening to it. So let's watch that one more time. If you didn't see the last episode, here it is.
glowing orb off the coast of Yemen. Suddenly, on the left side of your screen, you see a Hellfire missile zip in, strike that unidentified object, then bounce right off it. When we slow the video down, you see the Hellfire missile continue to travel on its path.
Anybody who knows the physics of swamp gas knows it can deflect Hellfire missiles.
Not swamp gas. The dumbest cover-up they ever did.
Zoomed out angle. Not shown is a second Reaper drone that launched the missile. Congressman Eric Burley.
So yeah, and also you can see it has like little mini drones following it that like continue on. People keep saying it, stuff get broken off. I don't think it did get broken off. You can see if my mouse is here. There's one of them is right here. So I think they're like these little things, like in a shoot 'em up in Musha, great video game. You sometimes you get those mini little like support missiles and cannons and stuff and ships. They'll like shoot other things. I think that's what this has. This is a main drone, and there's that little like defense drones that fly around it. Those just get displaced and get pushed in another place, and they keep falling with it. That's what I feel is happening. It doesn't look like anything breaks off. I think they're already around it right here.
Then bounce
yeah,
right
and it's
off
like if it had some sort of like defensive system, it's like maybe it.
Yeah, this one doesn't move. This was to its right. It was up here, and it stays where it is. So here, look at this. It's right here. You can see it. It stays there.
Unidentified object, then bounce right off it.
Boom, look at that.
When we slow the video down, you see the Hellfire missile continue.
So those things weren't even affected by it. It just looks like it got blown off. It's just that the main drone moves.
You to travel on.
I mean, it looks like it hit it.
That trajectory becoming.
It hit the main object. It hit the main UFO for sure.
And then it just bounces right off.
Yeah, and they all just keep moving on. They're like, yeah, whatever, dude. Doesn't even make it there. And so the thing about a Hellfire missile, if you want to look into what type of that wasn't a missile that doesn't explode, which I didn't know until I started watching more on this. A Hellfire missile is I can't type words. This is a Hellfire missile. This is what it looks like. It's got blades, and it will shred something. It goes in, and they can hone in on like an exact person, like in a car. They can hit the right person if they want. They're pretty accurate. Here's a video on how it works.
The moment the blade shelter fire missile is launched, it can rely on the laser guidance system on the front of the warhead to accurately track the target. And unlike conventional missiles, the blade bomb does not carry explosives but hides 6 sharp blades in its waist. When approaching a target 8, the 6 folded blades can quickly bounce off with high pressure gas and then fall vertically at extremely high speeds.
So
at the same time,
tries to
the
cause
blade
maximum
rotates at
damage
high speed and can easily cut
explosions.
through metal and concrete. And since the missile does not explode after hitting the target, the moment the blade shelter fire missile is
Basically,
launched,
a giant blade missile is what shot. So it should have
a giant
shredded that
rotating
thing.
blade.
It should have like messed it up, but it did nothing. The king just kept flying. So yeah, that's a Hellfire missile.
I'd be curious to see if there's anything else that comes of that. That is weird that it does seem to be deflected by whatever it was.
Yeah. So things are getting really interesting and really weird out there, and I am loving it. So please keep watching Odd Boys. We're going to cover it all as it happens and talk about anything and everything paranormal. And if you are a member, we do have about 10 members. One more person makes 10 members. So if anyone wants to become a member for $6, we'll have 10 official members now that we've reset.
And you get access to the Odd Boys room. You can share stories with us. You can chat. Nathan and I check that every once in a while. We're
I'm in there
there
every day. I'm always in the Discord. So come in and party with us. If you want to become a member, you'll be a part of the show. There's only 2 tiers, $6 and $10. And we want to have this show do well. And if you keep watching, we'll keep being here. So please give a like and because even if you just watch, that's ad revenue for us, and it'll get the views up. So that'll help.
Well, ad revenue for you.
Ad revenue for me, yeah. And then I'll keep running the show and keep my channel going, and I won't have to go get a regular job, which will then allow Tom and I to keep doing this. So yeah, we love doing this. This is very fun. Don't like how much we do talk about the memberships, but it is the new beginning of this, so we want to keep reminding people that we need the support.
I know that it is a little annoying. We don't want to like sound like we're like beating the drum all the time, but we do want to do the show more often, and we do have to like get the scripts ready. We do try to make the show as entertaining as possible, and we do have to take, it is a thing that we have to devote some time and effort to. So the memberships and the super chats do allow us to devote more time to the show. So the more support that we have, the more we'll be able to do the show, the more stuff we'll be able to do.
And yeah, subscribe to Tinfoil Tom. He's almost at 10,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Very close.
Easy to find him, Tinfoil Tom. Also, his Twitch channel. Follow his Twitch channel. Are you going to be live today on Twitch?
Is Mr. Whiskers loves you.
Are you streaming today at all? Are you playing any games?
I stream as a cartoon cat on Twitch, and I go, Mr. Whiskers loves you, skibbity toilet.
And I hate it. I hate the character of the cat. It makes me want to murder that cat. I like the Tin Man.
What's wrong with streaming as Mr. Whiskers loves you? Everybody loves it.
I hate saying the name Mr. Whiskers loves you, because when you read it, you literally have to say it like that in your head. Loves. When you say W-U-V, it irks me.
It's because it's funny. It's because it's funny. If I raid somebody's channel, they then have to go, thanks for the raid, Mr. Whiskers loves you.
It is funny. It's a good little
I did it.
Obnoxious
I did it
name.
because it's annoying.
It worked.
That's why I did it. But anyway, there's my YouTube channel. I have a lot of stuff on there. I'm going to try to have some more videos out soon. I love talking about mysteries. I love talking about paranormal stuff. I love talking about UFOs. And if we eventually got to the point where we had enough membership that Nathan and I could do this full time, that would be amazing. We could get a studio. We wouldn't have to stream from our bedrooms anymore. We could stream from a proper studio, and we could make it a whole thing.
I hope so. Also, I'll say my final plug for the episode. Watch this video. I'm making a horror film. The Dad YouTube series is turning into an actual horror film. It's going to be the darkest Dad has ever been. It'll be very familiar and similar to the Dad series. Odd, weird, strange, funny, dancing, bonkers Dad YouTube stuff. But there is some dark stuff in it this time. So I hope you can support. There's an Indiegogo. If you got a couple bucks, it'll help me make this movie. I have $25,000 to hit. We already earned $25,000 in the spring, so I'm trying to hit 50. Anything helps. There's a lot of good perks. You can get a can of food. You can get the VHS YouTube series on VHS, the movie on VHS, posters, signed scripts. There's a lot of stuff. So go check out this video and the link there. And also, I brought grave stories back. I'm a former gravedigger, and I brought back the original series as the former gravedigger, where I read real life ghost stories. And it's not a lot of views. It's something that I personally like to do a lot. I don't like talking about this iDubbbz drama stuff, which is getting all the views. I'd rather do spooky stuff and fun creative stuff, like make my characters and make my videos.
But unfortunately, going through Nathan's analytics, which is something I actually did. I went through Nathan's analytics, and the only videos that people are watching are the iDubbbz drama videos. So unfortunately, this channel is now iDubbbz drama only.
Nope, I'm not interested in that stuff. But I am interested in this music video that I put out on the Dad channel, which I think is a very good video. I put a lot of effort in it. The song is very good. And the Man series just ended. Chapter 1 apparently just ended. So go watch the whole Man playlist. I am making creative, original things still. And we are doing the Odd Boys show over here. So that's everything from all of us.
Sai, I know. I've already yelled at Nathan. I told him he's not allowed to do drama. I was like, no more drama on the show. I'm like, we're not allowed to talk about it. I already yelled at him.
Drama. I was only mentioning iDubbbz stuff when it was relevant to me, because he screw me over, and I don't care about that stuff. It doesn't really have anything to do with me anymore. I'm pretty much out of it and not interested in talking about it anymore, because I'm just saying the same thing over and over. Yeah, I think he's a dingus, and other than that, that's it. And I don't hate the guy. I just think he's kind of going down a weird path. But whatever. I choose to make original things and make creations, songs, movies, and stuff like that. And that's what I want to focus on and talk about paranormal things. But if something was to happen, if he said something about me, I'd say something back publicly, and we could talk about it on this show. But I don't think that's going to happen, because we're not really that pulled into that world. So
I think, and just real quick, my statement on that. And
I will be boxing, though. Yes, that will happen, Sai. I will still be boxing someone, so I'll talk about that when that happens. What are you going to say, Tom?
My whole thing with iDubbbz and all that drama stuff is, I think it echoes a similar sentiment that you often say. I wish happiness and fulfillment and peace and love for all these people and all the drama stuff. And I think that I wish that people would. I hope they find fulfillment elsewhere and they don't do drama stuff anymore. I really do.
Yeah. Me too. Hopefully they can all come up with something that satisfies them and they can make something they care about. But I just don't think that is in the cards for iDubbbz, because I think he's given up on trying to be creative and just wants to do his dumb stuff and cause problems for people, which is a shame. I wish people could make original things, but not everyone's made to do that, and that's fine. We're gonna look the other way, and I'm going down the path of former comedy man goes into horror movies, and I make an actual career out of making films that will be played on TV and in theaters, because I have so many friends from the comedy world who have movies in the theaters now, and it's working. So I'm 20 years behind. I should have done this a long time ago.
I've been telling you to make horror. I will say, to toot my own horn, I've been telling you, because for anybody who doesn't know, I've known Nathan forever. I've known Nathan since high school. He's a couple years older.
Together in the 90s. So
right. Well, Nathan's 4 years older than I am.
I was a senior when Tom was a freshman.
Yeah, and he's 4 years older than I am, but I've known Nathan since then. We had one class together, and then we had mutual friends because we grew up in the hardcore and the punk scene,
music scene.
So we had mutual friends, and that group in a small town all kind of knew each other. But I've been telling you and I lived with Nathan for 8 years in LA. I've been telling you for years you should make horror. And I'm like, horror is it's the thing you can make for the least, but you can get the most out of it. And I'm like, you should really I'm like, you'd be good in a horror movie.
Yeah.
You are really good, I think. You're really good at, or you could be good at playing a creepy man. So it's I think that you could play that role very well. I've been telling you forever you should do a horror thing.
Yeah, I'm not against that. And that's why I want to do the dad thing. I was gonna say who had said it. Hot Slaw. Yeah, Zach from Whitest Kids You Know is killing it in horror now. Yeah, Zach. I know Zach. He did the Weapons movie, if anyone is wondering. And my friend Whitmer is the dad in that movie. And so I know Whitmer, and I know the Whitest Kids You Know. I was friends with Trevor Moore. And here is a video of, so this is the dad, Whitmer right here on the right. The guy up top here on the right is this guy right here. He's a comedian that I'm friends with. He is the father in Weapons. And this is a video we did 12 years ago.
Yeah.
A skateboarding video. They skateboard as well. I skateboard.
At the beach.
I was also going to say something about... Oh, he's also in the... So Whitmer here, I got him in the Kimberly Cole music... You guys know when I auditioned as Keith Apicary for the Kimberly Cole music video, and the audition went viral because I was pranking all the dancers? Well, that video, the official video that then came out that Keith was in, I got Whitmer in it to play the director of the video during a little sketch moment. So I've known Whitmer for a long time, and I'm happy for him. He's doing so well. Zach, obviously, the comedy world is very small. Upright Citizens Brigade, Whitest Kids You Know, sketch comedy actors and performers. It's a small world. We all kind of know each other. And Whitmer and Zach obviously put him in there. And also, I know June Diane Raphael, who is the wife. She is, if you saw Weapons, June plays the new wife or girlfriend of the cop in the movie. And June is the wife of Paul Scheer, another comedian I am friends with. And that Star Wars dance video that I did on the Darth Vader talk show. It's on my YouTube channel. Paul Scheer plays Darth Vader. He's in the suit and you hear his voice. His wife is also in that movie too. So it's clearly the comedy world of people now making horror, and it seems to be working. And I'm like, I've been flirting with horror with the Dad YouTube series for a long time. And it's time for me to go all in on it.
You were really resistant. So for anybody also, I wrote a little bit on the Dad thing, and I was in Act 1 through 3 of the Dad series. I tried to push you to do more horror stuff, but you were very resistant to it at the time. You'd dip your toe in it, horror. But I'd say an idea, and even for example, the whole Marty getting beheaded or getting killed was initially my idea. Even with that, I think it was also budgetary stuff. I pitched the whole thing, and I think you kept the dialogue I suggested pretty much the same, but I thought cut Marty's head clean off, there'd be blood spraying everywhere, and you were like, yeah, we're going to tone that back a little bit. But I also think that was a budget thing.
Can I say, this outfit I'm wearing is genuinely one of my favorite outfits that I don't wear very often because I feel a little bit embarrassed about it, but it's just my 80s dude outfit that I love. And Jared and Zach and Seth used to make fun of me when I wore this cut shirt over long underwear. I think I look cool here.
Yeah, just but Jared,
saying.
So I will also say, Jared and Zach, this is true, and Jared and Zach are our friends.
Like Brandon from the Goonies, which is funny because he is in Weapons with Whitmer. Now, what's his name? Who's the actor?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin is in that movie, and this is something he would wear in the Goonies movie.
But Jared and Zach, who are our friends, they often wear a hooded sweatshirt with a T-shirt over it. How's that any different?
Yeah,
they wear that stuff all the time. They're Jared and Zach are dumb.
I don't even know what I'm doing after. Those are my Macbeths. Oh, I'm grinding the rail. Oh, so basically the gist of this video is I'm doing a 50-50. I'm like a pro skateboarder showing them how it's really done. And then it's just like dumb skateboarding. But this is around when I put out my actual skate video, which is a legitimate skate video that I did.
This is just you skateboarding,
it's on my YouTube
skateboarding
channel.
with them.
Yeah, this is us doing it. It's like a sketch skateboarding. I drop into a dumpster.
Crom bomb.
Back when you were young.
Oh, I'm the Crom Rider, and then this is my move called the Crom Bomb. Let's see here. I'm going to talk over the music. Here it is.
Crom bomb.
I don't know if I actually dropped into the dumpster. Did I? I remember being afraid of doing this, which is odd.
I mean, it looks like you are. You're thinking about
it.
I did
don't
it.
Even. So it's basically an acid drop into a dumpster. Am I dead?
All that to be in this video that is now being watched on this podcast for nobody.
Yeah. And then at one of my birthday parties, you were there. Remember, we had the birthday party in Santa Monica with the bouncy house where the cops came.
I do, yeah.
These guys came to that party. And
don't even remember.
They gifted me a skateboard that had wheels that moved in every direction, so you couldn't ride it. It was 4 wheels that spun like everywhere, and it was really hard to ride, but it was fun. That was my birthday.
Pretty funny. The only thing I remember about that party is that Seth and I were pretty mad about it after, because first of all, like 300 people showed up. The party got shut down. There were so many people we had a 3-bedroom apartment. First floor apartment with like a little yard on the side. There were so many people in the yard and in the apartment that you couldn't move. It was like shoulder to shoulder with people.
No alcohol there either.
No. There was the entire living room floor was soaked in alcohol, and we had to. Seth had to rent.
Brought their own alcohol, but we didn't supply any.
Seth had to rent like a steamer. Nathan at the time didn't drink, and Seth and I have never drank. So Seth and I
haven't drank in almost a year now. I'm back to my straight edge ways. I feel so much better.
I just remember that after Seth and I were so mad because the house stunk like beer, and like the floor was like, it was like the carpet was like squishy because so much alcohol had been spilled. And Seth had you rent like at Ralph's.
Yeah, the carpet cleaner.
You had to rent a carpet cleaner because the whole place stunk and was covered in alcohol. And we were like, Nathan, you can't have any part. I think that's why you had to rent a warehouse the next
Eric
year.
Andre was there. The Workaholics were there for that one. I jumped off the roof. That one was nuts. Martin came to that one. That was like everybody showed up to that party. That was really fun.
That was a crazy one.
I want to have another big one.
For your 50th. For your 50th.
No,
your 50th
for
next year.
45 in February.
For your
I think I want to have another huge party in LA. And I'm going to rent like a warehouse.
Your 50th birthday party next year.
That's like 10 years away. I'm young.
We should have your birthday is almost the same day as Alba's. We should rent a place together, and you guys can have a dual part. She would love to have
that'd be cool. Let's do it.
Big party. And she can visit her family out there. We can
that'd be cool.
Go in.
All right, I think that wraps up the show. We hit 100 likes. Can we get any more? 122 maybe? Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching.
100 likes. Also, Sai with $100 super chat earlier. Crazy. Shaved off my eyebrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sai. That was bonkers. I read off the donos earlier, so thank you again to everyone who did that. This was a fun stream. We'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday is when we're doing these. Tuesday night, Friday night, and Saturday afternoon. Random schedule, but it seems to be working for us.
So I usually stream, for anybody who's wondering what my streams are usually like, I stream on Twitch, and sometimes I multi-stream to YouTube. I mostly just play video. I play survival horror games mostly on Twitch. I stream 4 or 5 times a week. I'll probably be live later on. I'll probably be playing a scary game. So if I'm live later, come check me out on Twitch.
Go check it out. I'm going to try to do some more during the week, some gaming streams on Twitch as well, because it's been a while and I have some games I need to beat. I do like playing games. It's just I'm editing so much. Oh my God, Matt Cat.
Oh my God. I got a little scared. I thought I had to do another thing. Thank you. $50.
My absolute favorites ever on this
Super
crazy
chat.
world of YouTube. From
That was
Pete
close. That was
to
close.
Newman Montrose, all the way to Dad.
That was close.
You are a legend. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you for saying that, Matt Cave. 50 freaking bucks.
Is that the sewing? Is that so? The sewing machine. The red donos are the $100.
It was gonna be if we hit another 100, right?
Can you just if we get one more any super chat, can you just get Katie this stinking sewing machine?
Matt Cave, I bow to you. You're an angel. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for watching so long. I really appreciate that. And thank you for even knowing Newland Mantros. I know you've been actually watching the videos, so thank you.
Newland Mantros.
Let me do the math here. So that we have on, not counting memberships, which I think you and I are getting like $1 for the new member we got today for that Katie gifted us. So we have earned, oh my God, Sai!
$10. You have to get the sewing machine now. You have to. Come on.
I want a red dono so you have to shave your other eyebrow. That's what I really want. All right. $249 is what we've earned. So let's do the math. 70% of 249.
It's 174.3.
That's $26
divided by 2.
Oh yeah, you still just
It's 87.
We've earned $87 each this stream. You shaved your eyebrow off for $87. That's a waste. The sewing machine is $200, so I need another $113 to get the sewing machine. I can't justify it. I genuinely have to save my money. It's not. It's bad if I do. It genuinely is. And I don't need to buy it right now because I have a sewing machine in the house that Seth and I share. Katie wants this new one for us to have ourselves, and I'll give Seth the old one that we've been using for the past 20 years. I want to buy a sewing machine, but I can't justify it. I said if we got like another 100, which would only be 70, then I would only be spending 80 of my own money. But right now, I don't want to spend $115.
So basically what you're saying is if somebody did it, not only would they be, Seth would get his own sewing machine because you'd be giving him.
Yes.
Seth is Nathan's brother, by the way. Seth would be getting a sewing machine because Nathan would be gifting him the old sewing machine. And then Nathan and Katie, because they're getting married, this would be like their wedding present. They'd be getting their own sewing machine.
I've thought of that, and I suggested that getting a used sewing machine. The sewing machine that I have now is used, and my brother and I have had it for 20 years. I thought we could just get a new one, but Katie really likes this specific sewing machine, which comes in pink. She wants this pink sewing machine. It is nice looking, and it's modern and new. And she wants it because she wants it to last a long time. I was like, we just get a used one, but she is really into this specific one, and that's what will make her happy. So I'm figuring, I'm waiting until we earn enough money, we save up. She cannot spend her money. I won't let her, and I'm not trying to be controlling. The whole plan for this year, us living together, is for both of us to save. We don't go out to eat anymore. I make breakfast for both of us. She makes dinner sometimes. I usually make the dinner. But I'm being very smart with our money because we want to buy a house next year. So I feel bad.
You actually cook now? What are you
meals like
what are you cooking? You can't cook.
I heat up like vegan noodles and meatballs for us. It's not real cooking.
Frozen stuff.
Pretty much frozen stuff, or mostly frozen stuff. And then I'll make cereal, oatmeal with raisins and agave. Thank you. That is really nice, Matt Cave. And thank you, Sai. You're helping Tom and I. Tom and I have now earned $87 each. We're $13 away from hitting $100 today. So this is a big day for us. It's very nice of you.
Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Very much appreciated. I'll be live on Twitch later. Maybe I'll set a goal on Twitch and I'll shave off my other eyebrow then.
Oh yeah.
I gotta even these out.
If you do that, you gotta get a clip so we can play it on this show next on Tuesday.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that somebody will clip it. Oh yeah, so we'll be back next week. We're gonna be talking about, I think our big focus next week, or our big thing we wanted to do, is talk about flat Earth.
Yeah. We'll be I have the thumbnail. Let me actually show that. I got the thumbnail already made for that. Where is it here?
Would I like a tofu poke bowl? Sure. Oh yeah, Alba.
Is that your wife?
That is my wife. She also Nathan. Alba made for several hours working on it yesterday. She made a giant pot of homemade vegan chili yesterday.
Dang. I would love to have some of that.
That's why you need to move back up here. Your rent would be cheaper.
It would.
You could come over and eat some food.
I've talked to her about that. This is the thumbnail for Tuesday.
There it is. We've got to break through the firmament. We've got to get through the ice. What lies beyond the ice wall, everybody? Does anybody know?
We're going to get to the bottom of it, and it's not going to take long because look how flat it is. We're going to get right through that flat Earth.
We're going to go right to the edges of the Earth and break through the ice wall. Then we're going to punch through the stratosphere, through the firmament, into deep space next week.
Can't wait. Yep, so we're going
have all the
to
answers.
talk about the big conspiracies. Flat Earth is next. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you.
And join the Discord. There's a free one and a members one. Links in the description. Follow Tom, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks for being here.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. I'm going to keep talking for a millisecond because I want to make sure I do this right. I want
what are you gonna
do? Wait, where did it go? Here we go. I want to make sure we only have 20 seconds at the end of the show because I like to get the annotations up. So when this ends, there's only 20 seconds, and then we can have people who don't watch it live watch it appropriately. So here we go.
Let's go.
Good night and goodbye. See you on Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.